Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today it is my birthday and that means basically nothing. It means I'm just another year older, really. But it does give me an excuse to just make a big fanfare about the stream, which is quite nice. Being another year older doesn't really mean anything, you know, a few more greys. We're one step closer to the inevitable end. Sort of it's really morbid. But other than that, it is quite a happy time because you do get to just hang out with a lot of your friends. I did go out for a meal and we did watch the new Superman movie on Saturday, which we did have quite a good time with. Got to meet some friends, some good food, some good time, all around good. Today, the only thing I'm really doing to like celebrate is I'm gonna like order food. That's the celebration, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm real sucker for a good takeout, so that is actually quite exciting for me. But enough about me. Let's see what everyone is saying in the chat, and then we'll get into today's itinerary. So first up, we have Ninjetti Ursus. Hello, Ninjetti Ursus. Welcome. We have the Dr. Alex also in the chat, dancing away. We have Giorfio. Happy birthday, Tomato Sesso. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. It's one of those things where birthday celebration hasn't really meant a lot since I was like a child. When I was a child, I think as everyone when their children do, you get a load of presents, there's a lot of fanfare, you have like a big birthday party. As you get older, it's just kind of like, well, it's time to get more deodorant and socks. Just keep that collection growing. So like I always say, birthdays like lose a lot of the fanfare as you get older, but it is what it is. We have United for Eternity. Happy birthday, Tomato Sauce. Thank you, do appreciate it. Welcome on in, United. Welcome to the stream. We have Zaki Boys. I was about to sleep. Well, this birthday better have cake. I don't actually have cake, you know. I'm not a huge cake person in general. I don't have much of a sweet tooth. Like, the sweetest things I drink is probably this, which is, you know, caramel macchiato, which is just like a coffee that has caramel in it. So it's like, that's kind of about it. Beyond that, I tend to avoid sweet food. I don't, like I said, I don't really have much of a sweet tooth. I'm more of like a carnivore. I love meat. Like, I'll have anything spicy as well. Like, that's my usual go-to. But hello, Zaki Boys. We have Barox Harry. Bleh. Happy birthday, Mr. Dinosaur Wing. Thank you, Barox. I would actually, part of me would like to go back and finish Capsule Monsters. But part of me is also like, it takes a lot of time, especially since that game became like very grindy towards where we actually kind of put it down. But I did really enjoy that game. And it's always nice to see a shout out, a look back, a call out to that time. We have Luis Fernando. Hello, my friend. We have Corey in the chat. Hey, happy Tomato Day. Thank you. And we are going to have to talk about the drama today. And as people who've read chat probably realize, the drama is that Serena has started rush drama between themselves and the Pyro players. And it is a shame that the Rush community has been dismantled, has been shattered to pieces by this unbelievable amount of drama, but we are going to have to cover it. We are going to have to cover that. But hello, Serena. Welcome on in. Still is. Happy birthday. We have Drags in the chat. Happy birthday. Thank you. We have Gunkin Zooship Shari. You look great for 40. Happy birthday. Craw. The thing is, you joke about that, but before you know it, I'll blink and I'll be like, oh god, I am 40. We're still several years away from that. We are nowhere near 40 just yet. But you know it's going to sneak up on us. We have Sakadetsu in the chat. Hello, Mr. Tomato. Hello, chat. Hello, Sakadetsu. It was decent in the Gaia meta until Gaia started playing TCB. Basically, yeah, Pyro is just a really cool deck. I think that's the sad part of Pyro is I really want it to be good. Like, obviously, Noodles had its day in the sun, however brief that was. Then we did get the deck come out as a semi-counter to Gaia, and it did quite well there. But the deck has so many issues. But the deck's like, the game plan is really cool. And the cards themselves are really cool. And the aesthetic of the cards, like, I think I still stand by Chemicalized Salamandra is one of the best looking cards in Rush. It just is. But we need a skill to make up for the deck's weaknesses because it's not really going to fix those weaknesses otherwise. So it's a bit of an awkward. But I personally, I'm always been a Pyro stan. I really, really, really like the Pyro cards. We have E-Hero. I will sing you the birthday song my Scottish friend taught me many years ago. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Flush your head down the loo. Don't waste it, just taste it. Happy birthday to you. That does sound like it came from Scotland. It does sound like it came from Scotland. Happy birthday, Mr. Tomato. Wish you all the prismatic cards, staying in good health, and many, many good content in the future. Well, we don't strive for, like, good content. We strive for the best content we can make while putting in as little effort as possible. This is one of the things I would really like to spend a lot more time making, like, more long-form content, but I just don't have realistically the time to put into that. Like, so I could either basically stop all the content I make and put out like one better edited and have a bit of content with a bit more longevity, like probably per week. Or I could do like one every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks and make it like a really high production video. Or we just do what we're doing now, which is like 2 to 3 videos a week. We get all the news out when it comes out. We basically do news and deck profiles, which I do enjoy doing. It's fun to do, and it doesn't eat into the rest of my free time. So like that's kind of why we do it that way. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Tomato. Wish you all prismatic cards. Happy birthday. Tomato's a cookie guy. Yeah, we very much are a cookie guy. Hello, King John. Welcome, welcome. Actually, speaking of stuff, when it comes to my birthday, if me and my family aren't heading out to mass, we just have dinner and swap out the cake because my dad doesn't particularly like cakes, but a homemade cookie brownie mixer. Cookie brownies, because there's like brookies, I think is like the name of like these little things you can get, which is like half brownie, half cookie. Those things are really nice, but I can't have too many of them. If ever I have anything sweet, I've got to have like very small amounts of it. Because like if I have too much, it's just not going to end well. It's just not going to end well. You wouldn't believe it. It's amazing. Hello, Toti. Happy birthday, Tomato. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you're having a great day as well, Toti. But besides that, happy birthday, Tomato, and thank you for fostering my love for Rush. I do what I can. If my videos or content has had any kind of positive impact on anyone, then it has already exceeded my expectations. So that is perfect for me. Perfect for me. Well, there's Rush drama. What did I miss? Hello, Darku. So, I guess we'll get into, like, again, we drama, right? I don't want to, like, use this as clickbait because technically there is drama, but, like, it's the Rush community, right? There's never going to be massive drama, right? We don't have as much influence. The Rush community isn't that big. Realistically, drama for us is going to be very minor. But there has been a couple of little things going about. Both of them got brought to my attention in the Discord. And one of them was a tweet that was posted. I can't remember who it was tweeted by, but again, I don't really think it's important because by the sounds of it, people don't really like this person anyway. But the gist was basically them just shitting on Rush, and then using it as like a kind of like, you know, phrasing the question in a way that kind of disguises the fact they're shitting on Rush. And I think that was very disingenuous. I think a lot of people picked up on that. I have always had the stance, personally, that you don't have to like Rush, right? You don't have to enjoy Rush. And I think it's very understandable for Master Duel and Speed players to actively dislike Rush. And it's nobody's, like, fault. It's just an unfortunate... It's just the way things have gone because of how things have happened, right? The issue is, you could look at it and say, like, you don't have to engage with Rush, right? This isn't for you, except you can say whatever you want around that, right? But the big and the small of it is that people are always going to look at it as this could have been something else, right? So in Duel Links, it's a very, very easy association to be like, instead of putting in Rush, we could have got more Speed content. Personally, I think because at the cadence that they were releasing content before Rush came out, if they had kept going at that pace, then they would have kind of run out of Speed content sooner rather than later. By slowing it down, they've now prolonged the lifespan of the game. That's how I look at it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've gone through all the data, I've looked at the product release schedule, and I've mathed out that the game would have died at this date, right? But that's what makes sense to me. So I don't see it as a negative. Obviously, for me, who's a Rush player, Rush coming to Duel Links was a massive, massive benefit, and it's the only way to officially play the game. So, from that point of view, I'm like, I would kind of rather this was in a standalone client, and it was the actual Rush game rather than the Duel Links version of the game. But I'm happy with what I've got, right? At the end of the day, it's interesting, it's new, it's kind of fresh. It's not exactly what I wanted, but maybe I would like both, right? I would kind of like this Duel Links version and like a Master Duel version of Rush. I would kind of like both of those personally. I would play both of those because they're both going to be different enough that I would get a different level of enjoyment out of them and a different type of enjoyment out of them. And I think that'd be really, really cool. As for the Rush anime, again, you get like a similar thing where people go, we don't want the Rush anime because we want a Master Rule anime, right? We want basically the main TCG to get another anime. And again, I can't fault people for having that opinion, right? If I'm being completely honest, completely honest, right? I really like Sevens, and I really like Go Rush. Are they my favorite anime out of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime? No. I jumped on the Rush hype train not too long after Sevens started, right? Not like Sevens was still airing when I jumped on Rush. So this was before it came to Duel Links, right? And I was playing the OCG and I really, really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed the anime. But that being said, it's still not like Sevens and Go Rush still aren't my favorite shows. All right. I would like something in between. I would really like a Rush anime that is a bit darker, a little bit more mature, and for a little bit of an older audience. Now, not everyone's going to want that though, right? Now, there'll be some people that are like, oh yeah, I want that darker, mature themes, but just in the Master Rule. There'll be some people that are like, okay, I want like Go Rush, but instead of Rush Duel, I want Master Rule. Like, everyone's going to want their own thing. Everyone's going to completely want their own... It's going to be very subjective. People are going to want what they want. But personally, that's what I would like. So I can't fault people for being like, we didn't like Sevens, we didn't like Go Rush, because it was like, in their eyes, kind of childish. I can't fault you for having that opinion. I still like them. I personally still like them. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys in chat probably like them as well. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys probably still like them. Let's just try and catch up with chat, actually, because we've been yapping quite a bit. Serena basically started drama with Pyro players. What did she do this time? It's always Serena. It's always Serena. I really enjoy cake, but ever since I was 8 years old, my family friend brought chocolate eclair pudding, and it's what I wish for every year. I don't think I could eat a chocolate eclair pudding. I think that's too sweet for me. That's just too sweet for me. Happy birthday. Hello, Quicks. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Somebody was wrong on Twitter. I'm shocked. I know. A dude wasn't even trying to state facts. It's just, it's bad. It's the reason for everything's bad. And then lying about its success. Yes, I do think, though, it is very important to not get carried away in... It's good to defend things that you like, but it's important to not engage with people that aren't trying to have, like, an actual argument. People that are just shitting on something for the sake of shitting on something, it's not really worth it, right? Speed players say that every Rush update. What's the difference this time? Happy birthday, Tomato. What drama we talk about? Hello, CZ. I've heard that Kazuki Takahashi wanted Yu-Gi-Oh to be more child-friendly, hence why we got Rush and Sevens. Yes, that is absolutely true. I mean, because the other, on the flip side, the other, like, half of the drama, I guess, is that we did just get a new video from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, which is, you know, everyone knows Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. We'll go ahead and check it on stream real quick. We're not going to watch this, but this is the new video. There we go. I'll post it in chat. But this video got posted, and apparently it's been getting... I haven't, like, read through the comments. I've just been, again, getting all this information from the Discord. But apparently a lot of people are very upset that in this video, which is titled The Top 100 Strongest Duelists in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, has Rush characters, like, near the top. And people are like, oh, outrage! How dare you have Rush characters be anywhere near the top on this list? And... again, I kind of get it. If you don't like the show, you're not going to like the characters. If you don't like the game, you're not going to watch the show, so you're going to be like, why are these characters here, sort of thing, right? I get it. It does seem very silly. Also, we should subscribe on our spare account as well. Oh boy, he opened a can of worms with this video. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's always going to be very subjective, right? But I do think that Dylan is very thorough. I really like all of his content. And I think he is very clear when he sets out the parameters. And this sort of video is the type of video that is here to drive engagement, right? The whole point of a video like this is like making a tier list video, where the whole point is people will go down in the comments, they'll agree, they'll disagree, they'll say why, they'll have arguments back and forth. You'll get little chains of comments going on of people going back and forth on like disagreements and stuff. So that's all fine and dandy. It's just like, this is two instances like back to back almost of like people dunking on Rush, and this becomes like a thing, right? I think everyone just likes dunking on Rush at the moment. Is the Rush character near the top, Luke? Because he basically never loses. Well, I haven't. So, all right, full disclosure, this video came out 17 hours ago. I have not had an hour and 20 minutes free to watch this video yet, so I couldn't tell you everything. And also, I don't really want to like spoil it, because I think ideally everyone that's interested in this video should go and watch this video, right? That would be the ideal. But I would think it's a strong assumption that Luke is going to be there, because we have had previous videos from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, such as, you know, the strongest duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, which I believe the #1 duelist was Luke. So I think it's a safe assumption, right? I think it is going to be a safe assumption that Luke is going to be the best. Because, I mean, Luke's kind of crazy. One thing I would like to do at some point, I would kind of like to make my own list of this, but doing it entirely from a, like, competitive deck standpoint, right? Because when Dylan does these, I believe it is more based around, because I believe he goes into this in the beginning. He talks about, like the strength of their duels, the amount of duels that they win, the caliber of player that they beat, etc., etc. It's less about like the competitive mindset and more about the way that an anime character is perceived and like power levels, sort of like you would have in like Dragon Ball Z, right? Could Goku beat Boo because of who's stronger, right? I think it's sort of more of that, whereas I would kind of like to go through and do this sort of thing, but for more like do a deep dive into their deck, look at how those cards have been used in competitive meta, and then look at like, well, who has like the best chance of like actually winning if they were to do a big knockout bracket sort of thing. I think that would be kind of cool to do. But anyway, the long and short of it is that there has been a bit of drama, and Rush keeps getting the short end of the stick. Now, again, my point of view is always going to be, it's not fun to be on the receiving end of getting punched down, right? At the same time, I can understand where these people are coming from, because Konami has sort of positioned us in a position to be a punching bag. We're very small. We're a very small community. We still don't have physical cards, and we might never have physical cards. We're not really supported in any meaningful way. Realistically, we're kind of a side mode on their side game. So, like, we're way tucked away in the corner. And whenever anything Rush happens, it always comes to replace something else, right? So again, in Duel Links, it came out, and now we're alternating Rush releases and Speed releases. So we've got less speed. So we've taken some speed away from the Speed players. And then for the anime, we lost the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG anime, and now it's been replaced with Rush Duel. So every time Rush comes in a big way, it's kind of taking something away. And it's like, we would really like to be like adding onto rather than replacing. So I think when stuff gets replaced, that's when people get up in arms, and they're like, oh, I don't want that. I would rather have this, right? We do have physical cards, but only Quantum has it. I think there were four cards in total? Because I think there were 2 different cards at Worlds. But I think they went to, like, the winners of each of the respective things. So I think, like, the Master Duel winner got a Rush card as well, or something stupid. I can't remember exactly. This was a very long time ago. But It's going to be interesting to see if anything ever does happen with that. Because the issue is as well, all those cards say, like, this card cannot be used in a duel. And it's like, it's such a shame. It's such a shame. Yeah, top 4 got it. So I assume that means Volt's got it as well then. And then, like, Zeta and Giorfio. Because obviously there was top 4. Again, assuming it was top 4 of each of the games, or top 4 of Rush. Well, it's not really important. It's not really important. The other thing I did want to cover is obviously, I was talking to Giorfio today. I mean, obviously Toti will know this because Toti's in the chat that we were talking about it. But we have not long until the world's competitors have to submit their decks. So the way that Giorfio described it was, what's the date he gave? August 1st. So August 1st is when the card pool gets announced. So if we're going to have any kind of meta shakeup before Worlds, a product has to be released at August 1st at the latest, right? So it's currently July 22nd. So that means we have a week and I guess a week and 3 days technically. So we have 10 days. We have a 10-day window where we can release a new product like a super mini or a deck build or a structure deck or whatever they want to do. Basically, it's this. Transcendence Mirror Gears was released last year. We'll just sort this out so it looks a little bit nicer. We can fix that with that. So Transcendence Mirror Gears is the product that we're looking to mirror. This came out on the 6th of August. Now, the 6th of August would be too late if it's going to affect Worlds. So if we want this to affect Worlds, a new box would have to be out at least a week earlier than this. Speedbox is this week or next week, I think. I don't know, you know. I don't actually know when the next one. Speedbox is on the 25th. Do we know that? Like, do we know for a fact one? Like, has that been posted, like, online or in the game, like, in-app or something? Because I really struggle to keep up with it. No more Rush! Kim Friend has decided. Right, guys, we're packing it up. All Rush is over. Kim Friend has decided. Hello, Kim Friend. Yeah, they said it on their stream. Ah, I see. So that will be the branded box. That will be the... well, I suppose Despia more than branded. It'll be the Despia box. It's the Chimera box. What was the other stuff that was in there? Obviously, we got the leaks, but I can't remember. Like, it'll be the things that are in the skills, right? Despia, Chimera... Are we getting any of the rest of this? Like Dragon Rulers? Was that in there? The Marek stuff? How much of the Marek stuff is going to be in the box? And how much of it's just going to be like Marek unlocks though? Okay, so it's completely unrelated, but I just realized they could have made Crimson over Trinity the same as the other Ultimate Cubic Evolutions. I mean, they absolutely could have. No more. No more Rush. I like the way you think, Gunkatsu Shari. I like the way you think. Instead of calling it Crimson over Trinity, the Dark Cubic Lord, change it to Kaiser. Yeah? Maristar Sky Striker, yeah, Dragon Runs. What Sky Striker stuff haven't we got? Like, what are we missing for Sky Strikers now? Because we have, like, I know we're missing the spell that, like, lets them attack twice. Or, like, gives them an extra combat, whatever the hell it is. I forget what it is. Let's have a look at not released. Let's see how long this takes to load. Dragon Rulers 2. When will World Championship? The World Championship is... I mean, it's in August. I don't know the exact date. It is in August, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds. 2025. Yeah, the 29th to the 31st. So right at the end of August. Right at the end of August. God, we are actually missing a ton of this, aren't we? I don't recognize, like, any of these cards. I assume a lot of these are new. Like, obviously, Kagari isn't new. Shizuku, right? Are those just alt arts as well? We still don't have Hornet drones? Okay. Linkage is the really good one. End of August. Oh, shit. We're missing a lot, actually. Seriously, it's only Linkage. John! Thank you for the follow. Hi, crack. We're missing a lot, actually. Sky Striker just need consistent engage. And Nib, it will be tier 1. Well, yeah, but if you gave any deck consistent engage, like, it's better than Pot of Greed, right? It's draw and search, which is, like, obscene. I don't know where we got the special collaboration for World so early, because I don't know if it's ended or still going. But to be honest, I genuinely don't recognize half of these. Like, obviously we know Hamp, right? But I don't recognize Sage. I don't recognize any of these Sages. Obviously, that's just an ult out of Ray. That's just Ray. That's just ult out of Rose. Or Rose. I don't recognize a lot of these links as well. Azalea, Engage 0. I don't know any of these. I don't know any of these. The rest are from the manga? Ah, I see. We'll probably get more than linkage. I wouldn't be surprised. Be interesting to see what actually happens here, though. Like, for me, it's the Despia stuff. The Despia stuff is what I'm interested in. We go ahead and change that back over again. Despia is... I've always been a big branded fan. Again, not like all of the branded stuff. Like, I don't really like the Puppet Lock stuff, but, like... I think Despia is a really cool deck. Well, branded and Despia, I guess. 3 zones, no main phase 2, already cooks Sky Striker. Yeah, but the deck has been a top competitive deck multiple times. Even without those things. Like, is it going to remain there? Is it going to be able to, like, become a top deck again? Yeah, but it's managed it before in the Duel Link system, so it could do it again. Strike gets like 1-2 cards every 2 packs in OCG/TCG. I also don't know the last few. I will say I did decide to try out the new scale we got from the run. It's actually pretty decent and might actually run it instead of Power in the future. Which scale is the new one? A number 1 striker card box is Konami Waifu Tax Rule. It makes sense. I also feel like Despia seems to be, or Branded, I guess, seems to be in a similar boat where it's being drip fed out to us. And I'm just like, they just want us to have a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time. Because I'd rather beat people to death with Ray V rather than Ult Leo, because of the road event. I see. I also interested in Branded, but I don't know why I feel like Branded cards will be spread in many boxes. Yes, Branded is Sky Striker 2. They're literally gonna... They know this deck is popular, and they're gonna absolutely take us for all we're worth. They're gonna make, like, every card in this deck like an SR and a UR. I'm calling it now. But if we do get this on the 25th, that's only 3 days away. That's pretty exciting, right? Because I want to play Despia. And that also means I'm probably going to end up with a full Chimera list, right? Because if I go for like 3 copies of everything in this box, like Chimera could also be kind of fun. Just say it. That skill is just Exorcist and Martha at home. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if that comes out on the 25th, that will give us exactly 1 week before the deadline for Worlds. So, is there a chance that they get a rush product out when we've had no leaks other than this half a skill? Because I don't even think this would make sense to be... Like, it says it's a character skill. Now, obviously, that could just be wrong. But if this is a character skill, they're not going to release, like, Tiger in the next week. So, if we did get a new box, it would probably have nothing to do with Tiger. How much to clear 3 main boxes? 27. Is this going to be a main box, though? I mean, maybe it is. I assume we know if it is or not already. I don't know. Outside of that, I've been planning to build a mascot deck. It's going to be a grind, but I'm going to get that Mask of Strict. Mascot deck? Mask of... The only Mask of Strict I can think of is Mask of Restrict. And that I don't see how that'd be a mascot deck. Unless we're talking about a mask deck. Hopefully Chimera can be played efficiently with only through main box or 1 reset. We'll have to wait and see, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. This is going to be like the Yugi Boomer bait pack, right? Like archetype. So I wouldn't be surprised if they slap some of these at UR. Yeah, it's a main. It was shown on stream. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, that's quite bad because I don't want to go through a main 3 times, but it's good to know that, right? So, you know, we take what we can get there. Just so I can screw over Nouvelles? What did the Nouvelles do? Who hurt you? We have to hurt the Nouvelle players. The only thing I don't like about Nouvelle is that they play Lava Golem and they can play Sphere Mode as well as Lava Golem. And I hate both of those cards, let alone when I have to deal with 6 copies of it. Outside of that, Nouvelle is fine. Like, let the Nouvelle guys just play Mask. Autocorrection is screwing me over. But Mask of Restrict is literally turning off Nouvelles. It does. It turns off quite a lot of stuff. But, like, it's all very niche. That's the weird thing. Like, imagine if we had Mask of Restrict in Rush. That would actually be insane. Like, that would just absolutely turn the game off. But, like, it turns off what? Lava Golem. It turns off Sphere Mode. It turns off, like, all of the Nouvelle stuff. I assume it turns off all that stuff. Because it does... I don't know. It depends what... Because I think the wording on Restrict is just you cannot tribute. And it's not like you cannot tribute summon. It's like you cannot tribute. So I'm pretty sure it works in all of it. Rely on ritual and tributing. Their entire strategy basically gets turned off. Only 4 archetype. Yeah, well, you can only use Beast, Fiend, Illusion, Spellcasters. The question is, what does that stop you from using? That stops you from using, like, Nibiru? Because it's only from special summons, right? It's only normal and specials. And it's only from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So, like, you could still use hand traps. You can't use Nib, like we were saying. Since ritual summoning, it's literally tributing monsters, yeah. But I am curious. I'm curious to see where this goes. I think we're trying to avoid another Battle Chronicle situation. Nah, Battle Chronicle was fine. Don't worry about it. I really want another Rush product to come out. Like, I'm kind of coping on it at this point. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to play Despia. I am. But, like, I've got my Dino deck, and I'm quite happy with the Dino deck. So, like, I don't need this Despia deck, like, right now. So I'm still going to get it. I'm still going to try and build this deck. I'm going to play it. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be a good time. But I still feel like my Dino deck is still new. Like, even though it's been out for so long. Like, for me, the big thing right now is I just want more Rush stuff. That's what I'm really after. Need another Rush product, even though I have 0 gems. That, yeah, basically, right. I mean, yeah, my gems still haven't recovered either. Don't worry, we'll probably get something Rush soon. Well, that's what we're saying, right? Like, if we want it to affect Worlds, which, again, Worlds doesn't really matter in the sense that if we have it updated for Worlds, that is going to affect our viewing experience. It's only actually going to affect, like, 8 people, right? The people that are going to Worlds. So, like, that meta will be really good for them, and then we can mirror that meta in our tournaments, which is also kind of nice. But, like, in terms of getting it out before Worlds, that doesn't really matter outside of just the viewing experience and for those 8 players. Like, for us, we could have it come out, like we say, on the 6th, right? It could come out on the 6th of August, and that would be no difference to us, right? We'd still get to play it. Is that Icy in the chat with the happy birthday? Hello, hello, Icy, exclamation mark, Icy in the chat. Always got to give my boy a shout out. Icy, are you going to watch the Pokemon, is it Pokemon Direct? Pokemon Stream? Pokemon thing? Pokemon Presents. It's a Pokemon Presents. You're going to be watching that. We're going to be watching that on stream at some point. I think Tiger will be after Worlds. I think that makes sense. You either release Tiger just before Worlds or just after Worlds. I think either would be fine. We've done Rituals and Fusions. Dragon Ruler is only hope in next box, but it will be new Konami Cow Mill player. What? You're going to have to break that down for me, Kimfred. I'm not sure. It'll be the new Konami Cow Mill player. Are we expecting Dragon Ruler to be like a box seller? Happy birthday, Tomato. I hope the leaked Advanced Crystal Beast means we finally get Jesse Ubel. would like that. So, alright, I personally, I have always been a big GX fan. I'm not gonna lie, I've never been a massive Crystal Beast fan. And that's because Crystal Beasts as a strategy, specifically in TCG, like obviously, you know, there's the modern Crystal Beast. I think it was Jesse Cotton was doing really, really well with them in tournaments. But like, when we're talking about when the first Crystal Beast wave came out in GX, they were like a stally, combo-heavy OTK strategy. And I thought they were like super lame. So I was like... But the advanced stuff, I basically haven't read these cards, so I genuinely don't know how good they are. Oh, long stream today? I wouldn't expect the stream to be too long, but yeah, we will be... I think it's going to be a half an hour thing is that we're going to do, so we're just going to like take a quick break from that and watch that. Happy birthday, Tomato. I hope the leaked Advanced Crystal Beast... Oh, yeah, there we go. Hello, Dr. Tombury, by the way. Welcome on in. Yeah, like I said, I like GX. I'm a really big GX fan. I've always liked Chaz. I love Zane, obviously. Jaden and the Heroes, fantastic. I've always been a big fan of Bastion. I think he was really underutilized. I really like Alexis, and I really like the Alexis' deck with the Cyber Angels. I thought that was always really, really cool. Like, GX for me has always been one of my favorite series. So any GX support, I'm all for. I'm all for the GX support. They will put every Dragon Ruler in every box. Do you mean like they're going to put one Dragon Ruler in the next box and then one in another and then one in another? Is that going to be the kind of the where we think we're going with it? Stalled until we can OTK? Exactly. It's more the skin. Jesse Ubel was in Duelist Road event many moons ago. Oh, I see. So what you're saying is you want it to be like one of these. This is what you're kind of hoping for. Which, to be fair, would be really cool. The issue is, again, we've got a bunch of 5D stuff, but we haven't got any GX stuff, which is kind of sad. It's in 22 minutes. I thought it was later. No. It's nice. Right in the middle of my stream is when it starts, so we're good to go for that. Hopefully you want to get us an alt style, like a Season 2 look. I was saying this as well. I mean, we were joking. We were kind of speculating about this, about how instead of doing a new world, they could just do like Go Rush time skip, which again would make sense for where we're going, because like the next big drop should be Go Rush maximums. That means we need the rest of the Miracle Fusions. So if we're getting Tiger, that's good because we could get Tiger's Miracle Fusion. We get the Music Princess's Dance. At the end of the time skip was when that guy was using Seven's Wonder Fusion. So that's another Miracle Fusion type card we could get. Marguto wouldn't be long after. That'd be another Miracle Fusion. And then that also takes us into the maximums coming out with things like Phaser, Tremolo, and Manabu getting their maximums. And that is all happens when? After the Go Rush time skip. So you could do the Go Rush time skip, give everyone their time skip outfits, because I think like Yuhi, especially in his time skip outfit, looks really, really good. And I think that would have been really good. Now the downside is we have got a bunch of alt styles here, and none of them are for Go Rush. So even though I think thematically it would be a really good time to do it, because if after Worlds they give us Phaser, which is what I'm expecting, what I'm predicting, what I'm hoping, then this would be the perfect time to do this. But it seems like they're not going to be doing that. What do the Advanced Crystal Beasts even do? At least at first glance, to me, it looks like worse normal Crystal Beasts. I don't like the Advanced Crystal Beasts really kicked off in TCG. Because I know that Jesse Cotton was playing a Crystal Beast deck. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can find it quick. Because I know that they were like somewhat competitive. Alright, here we go. This is Jesse Cotton's Cancun Crystal Beast deck. So the deck he took. Let's take a look, like, how much of this is actual Crystal Beasts. Well, first off, we have the old Crystal Beasts. We have more old Crystal Beasts. God, who even is this card? Nemesis Flag. We've got a bunch of Fiendsmiths, the Abel Star Snake Eyes. We've got Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, who I think we already have. We've got Protoss. I mean, this Crystal Beast deck looks very... It looks very Snake Eyes. Right? It looks very, like, generic pile stuff. Yeah, they bad, but it's Duel Links, so skill can Be the way to make them see meta playco. Again, anything in Duel Links can be meta. Literally anything. They can just force a skill to fix any problem a deck has. If Konami really want it to be meta, they can force it to be meta. Go Rush time skip outfits would break speed players. Could you imagine as well? Imagine if we all, like, we got so many ult styles all for Rush at the same time, and all the speed players would be frothing at the mouth, like, where's mine? There's so many cool skins. Afterwards is Tiger. Phaser will come next year or December. I mean, it could be, right? Definitely could be. I wouldn't be surprised if Tiger came out a little bit before Worlds. Similar time frame to when... Actually, it would be... No, it would have to be after Worlds. No, yeah, I think you're right. I think it will be after. I'm trying to think, though, just when you could, like, slot it in. Because I think Phaser is a massive character, right? He is such an important character. He revives such an important mechanic that I want him to be given a lot of fanfare, which is why I think it would make sense to do it after Worlds. But because of the leak we've got, and it looks like Tiger should be sooner rather than later, it does make sense that Tiger would be out next. But again, Tiger would have to be straight after Worlds, right? I remember he was playing Crystal Beast with Snake Eyes. Pokemon stream predictions. 100% we get Legends ZA. I would expect this to be a mostly Pokemon ZA, Legends ZA direct. But that's what I'm expecting. Pokemon Champions. Pokemon Champions, I would also expect to see some stuff. I think that's going to be the second biggest thing they talk about. Less Light More Still Possible. Gen 5 remake sequels. Yeah, there's a chance. After how the Gen 4 ones did, I don't know what I expect from that, to be honest, though. Colosseum Gale of Darkness for GameCube Online. Yeah, that could happen. That's so small, right? That's just like a... And we're doing this. Copium Extreme, I want a new mystery dungeon. Oh, new mystery dungeon? I mean, new mystery dungeon. It could be. It could be time for a new mystery dungeon. It absolutely could be. Pocket set trailer 2. Yeah, I'm expecting Pocket. We're expecting Unite. I don't know if... Is Pokken still a thing? Do people still play Pokken? Like, because if there is, we'll get a new character for that, maybe. I don't know. Pokemon Go is probably going to get something, even if it's something small. Snake Eyes just modern Crystal Beast. Monsters as continuous spells. There we go. Yeah, they tease Black and White for weeks on their Twitter now. So I personally, I've always been a really big fan of Pokemon Black and White. Back when Pokemon Black and White first came out, I played it and I was like, this is amazing. This is like my game. Because I didn't really like Diamond and Pearl that much. I liked Diamond and Pearl mechanically. I liked Diamond and Pearl from, like, I liked, you know, some of the starters. I liked all the... It was a Pokemon game, right? Everything's kind of cookie cutter. You like all of it, really. But, like, the actual, like, region, the Pokemon themselves, nothing really stood out to me. Obviously, I think the big draw for everyone for Pokemon 4th Gen was Cynthia. I think Cynthia was really, really cool. Obviously, Garchomp, absolutely fantastic boss monster. But for me, Pokemon Black and White, I thought was just good at everything. I like absolutely everything in it. I liked the fact that you could only catch new Pokemon, because whenever I play a new Pokemon game for the first time, I will only catch new Pokemon. So now, rather than me having to skip past all the Pokemon I don't want to catch, because I don't want to catch any of the old stuff, I just get straight to the new stuff. I always want to build a team with all the new stuff, so I just want to try out the new stuff. Pocket and Unite are big. Pocket is still up, but gets 0 updates or tournaments. That's not surprising. There's Rush Drama. Hello, Manicist. Welcome, welcome. Why Snake Eyes and Fiendsmith here? We're looking at a Crystal Beast deck. Don't tell me you don't recognize a Crystal Beast deck when you see it, Kim Friend. Come on, man. Black and White was so good. Yeah, I really like Black and White. Like, I genuinely... One of my favorite Pokemon games, probably of all time, is Black and White. And I really... I might have latched onto it more because I heard, like, a lot of people didn't like Black and White. So, maybe subconsciously, I'm a bit like... No, stop hating on the game I liked. And then I'm liking it more because of that. But I just have very fond memories of picking up that game and just loving it from start to finish. I hated Black and White when they came out due to having to use new Pokemon. I've since learned I was wrong. I mean, I think we go back to talking about, like, not liking Rush because it's taking away from speed. And I think that is a absolutely fine opinion to have. right? I can't fault you for having that opinion, right? So even if you still think that, I wouldn't hold it against you. Like, absolutely wouldn't. Crystal Beast, make Banshee, search Ash, Poplar, go full Snake Eye combo. I mean, it sounds about right, doesn't it? It's funny as well, just because, like, the end board for this is just going to be, what, generic? Just the generic Snake Eye end board. The thing is, I haven't, like, seen a ton of Snake Eye. Like, I know of Snake Eye. I've seen people talk about Snake Eye. I know that the entire combo is just, like, get Ash or Poplar and you're off to go. And you're just off to the races. But, like, I haven't played it a lot, right? I haven't played Master Duel since Snake Eye came out in it. So. But yeah, that should be about 15 minutes. We should have the Pokemon... I keep wanting to call it Direct. It's Pokemon Presents. Do we have... We have a premiere. Oh my god. I'm just, like, looking at it just to try and get the stream up ready. And this is what it is. Oh, that's loud. This is the Pokemon Direct, like, waiting room. This is what it looks like. It's just DJ Pikachu just vibing. Your speed is hurting my rush. I mean, basically. Yeah, so the drama, because you missed it earlier, Manicus, was basically there was... I mean, you probably saw it in my Discord, but it was just like two very minor things. There was a tweet from a prominent Master Duel player saying that Rush Duels killed the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, and then there was a video put out by Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything that ranked the top 100 strongest duelists, and in that, a lot of people in the comments were saying that the Go Rush and Rush Duel characters shouldn't have been included, or they shouldn't have been as high up as they were. Because, right, if you think about it, right, if you're... I don't know, let's say you watched... A good example of this would be, like, Vrains, right? If you've watched Vrains, which is, like, the most modern TCG anime, right? And you're like, my favorite character is Playmaker, or Revolver, or something. And then someone's like, you know what, Luke would beat Revolver. And you'd be sat there like, bro goes like full combo, Borrelsword, Borreload Savage, Borrelend, like just goes like absolutely ham, like does this, and then like Luke summons Dragius. And like, I get it, how people would be really annoyed by that, right? I understand. At the same time, like, it's not like that. This is more like Dragon Ball Z power level rankings. Like, they're playing different games, like, fundamentally, right? I think because Jesse is guaranteed to go to Worlds, he just plays whatever for the sake of content. Yes, I mean, Jesse made a competitive Ancient Gear deck as well that did really, really well. I still hate the Elemental Monkeys, though, but the rest are cool. I also hate the Elemental Monkeys. I'm not going to lie. It's funny you said that. Maybe that's like a common thing then, because I also don't like them. Like Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour, I don't like any of them. Like, literally any of them. I dislike all of them. I mean, Quantum won Rush World, and people think his win means less, even though his prize is worth more. I mean, in a sense, it is, right? From the perspective of your accomplishment means more, the more people are competing, right? So I understand the logic. I don't agree with it, personally, but, like, I do understand it, right? Like, personally, I'm like, Quantum's our world champion. Quantum's the world champion. Quantum did really, really well. Really, really proud that we have a member of the community, especially. I think it was even cooler because it's someone that we know, right? Like, if Zeta had won, that would have been cool as well. But, like, Zeta isn't, like, really in the Rush community, so it would have felt a bit like an outsider winning. So, like, that's kind of what I'm at, right? When it comes to this year's Worlds, I'd really like Giorfio, or Parko, or Quantum, or Zenzo. I just want someone that we know in the community to be the winner, right? As long as it's one of them, I'm going to be happy either way, right? I mean, Quantum, I don't like Speed or Master Rule as much. Rush is newest, and I like it. You don't hear me saying they shouldn't be high up because Speed, etc. is old news and no longer matters. You enjoy what you like. I mean, basically, right? Basically. But it's one of those things where I will always try to play devil's advocate, right? I'm never going to, like... I don't see a point in trying to, like, fight back. I can understand their point of view, and I can understand why they're frustrated. So, like... You know, It is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. Because it kind of sucks for everyone. Like I say, it feels like Konami has set things up in such a way where we become the direction of the ire of the speed/TCG community. Like, a lot of people, it's like Master Duel don't really give a shit about Duel Links, right? Like, people that play Master Duel, they're not going to look at Duel Links and go like, oh, we hate your game, because when they're making Duel Links content, they're taking it away from Master Duel content. But I could quite easily see the opposite being true, right? Duel Links players not liking Master Duel because they're like, well, you cannibalized our player base, right? I think it was when Master Duel came out, Duel Links immediately dropped half of its players. Tom in 10 years. Soon. TCG looks down on Master Duel looks down on Speed looks down on Rush. We got anyone to bully now? Now that Cross Duel is gone. You're right, bring back Cross Duel! Unironically, if they brought back Cross Duel, I would play it. I played a lot of Cross Duel when it was out, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really did. But you could make the argument that I played it so much because it was the only way to play Rush officially. And it wasn't really Rush, right? It was Cross Duel with Rush stuff. But just, I played as Luke, I built a Dragius deck, I had a whole multi-strike deck, it was really fun, it wasn't hyper-competitive. When you got to the higher ranks, everyone would bully me because I wasn't playing a super hyper-competitive deck, and that just kind of was a big arrow pointing at me saying, you should all hurt me. So not necessarily the greatest experience, but I still had fun. Rush gets backlash because people see it as easier to play and think it's easier to play, means you have less skill. Yes, but this comes up a lot. The issue is, again, feel free to disagree with this take, right? Absolutely feel free to disagree with this take. But, in my opinion, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Rule, so like Master Duel, TCG, OCG, etc., they are the most complicated card game, almost by a mile. In my opinion, trying to compare the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game to any other card game, especially any mainstream card game, is so difficult because there's so little that translates. No other game plays like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays because it's been power crept into infinity, and now it's ridiculous, right? Now we spend an entire turn just like making a board that can take like 20 minutes to build, and then your opponent navigates through that board, and you know they're trying to use hand traps to interrupt the board breaking. And because of the way that everything works, everything has like different ways that they activate. It's like if it's a when and it's an if you can, and then depending on, does it resolve at activation, or do you declare targets at resolution, which means it doesn't target because it's declaring at resolution, so it's not targeting. And then, like, just understanding how the cards work can be complicated, let alone understanding how they interact with each other. Then you have things that lock you out of things. Things will be like soft once versus hard once. Like this. If you're trying to pick up a deck for the first time, it can be so difficult to learn compared to like every other card game. Every other card game, I swear, is so much easier to just get into. And it's such an uphill struggle to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! When you look at Rush Duel is a lot closer to things like Magic the Gathering, the Pokemon trading card game, Cardfight Vanguard, the One Piece card game. It's just like, it's on the same level as them. It's not that it's like brain dead game for babies. It's a regular ass card game on the level of every other card game because it's about the same level of complexity. But, like, people don't see that. They go, I play my really big brain card game, so by comparison, your game is really, really dumb, so I don't like it. Without making the comparison of, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! To Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! To Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! To Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh! To Shadowverse. All of these games are just a lot simpler than Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is unbelievably and unnecessarily complex. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with having a complex game. It's fun to play. I still like playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! I love me some Yu-Gi-Oh! I love playing Speed. I love playing some, like, TCG. But, at the same time, it's not going to be for everyone. Master Rule, unnecessarily complicated by card game standards. Rush, compared to the rest, is way more accessible and playable to a wider audience, which is why they've gone this way. Because maintaining your current fan base is important, but growing it is necessary for continued existence. Yes. The thing is, I don't know if they needed to make Rush. I think Rush is just like... They understand that they've lost a significant part of their player base, and they were trying to recapture it with Rush. And I don't know how successful that has been. But a big issue with that is just how inaccessible Rush is to play physically. Like, if you want to play Rush, you play the gacha mobile game that a lot of people aren't going to want to bother with. Which, by the way, has been barely advertised, so a lot of people probably won't even know that Rush is on Duel Links. Or you buy the Switch game, which isn't supported. So it's like... what we want is the physical game brought over here, and then maybe it would get some traction. But since that's not happening, it makes it very difficult, right? Why don't they release physical Rush in TCG, though? I think it's because they don't see it as being potentially profitable. So Speed Duel was a big financial loss. They had one really good product in Speed Duel that did really, really well. And they tried to recapture that by, like, basically forcing the magic that happened with the Battle City box, and it just never happened again. And because they're worried about that, and because they've seen, like, how bad the sales were, for example, when they brought the Switch games out for Rush, they're like, oh, well, people don't want this. The issue is they're not throwing any money at advertising any of this, so we don't know if people wouldn't want it at all. Like, it's very awkward. Yu-Gi-Oh! Started off simpler than Magic the Gathering, right? But it's gotten too much in recent years. It's because it doesn't rotate. So everything always stacks on top of the old, on top of the old, on top of the old, on top of the old. At some point, something has to change, right? Either the game just is no longer what it was, which is what we currently have with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you do what Vanguard did, which is like a hard end and basically redo your game, which they did twice, which had mixed results. You could do what Pokemon and Magic do, which is they just rotate formats. Like, something has to happen. Either your game just, like, stacks and creeps and creeps and creeps and creeps and creeps, which is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has done. And it just doesn't look like what it used to look like. Like, the game that we got back in, like, what was it, 1998 or whatever, is not the game we have in 2025. To be honest, it didn't help the speed. It just did... would do Battle City slop over and over even after GX. Like, bro, go on to Synchros already. Yes. I am quickly going to do an ad break because this is going to start in a sec and I want to have the ads done before this starts. So we're going to go ahead and get the ads to get rid of the pre-rolls and so we don't have ads in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and do our ads now. All right. Let us go and, to anyone that is still here and hasn't been attacked by the ads, we're going to go and try and find out where this other stream is. Well, none of that's helpful. Where is it? Shouldn't it just be on live? Alright, do we have a link or anything? Has anyone posted it anywhere? Pokemon Presents, there we go. Always count on Quick Works. Okay, so this should be starting soon. Ugh. But once the ads are gone, we will watch this. We can always pause the live TV as well. So it shouldn't matter too much if it starts before the ads finish. Oh, what we should probably change our directory. I don't know how long this is going to be. Do we know how long this is going to be? If this isn't like too long, if this is like 20 minutes, I won't bother changing my directory. But if it's going to be like an hour, we should probably change our directory. "24 minutes. Yeah, we'll just stay here then. That's fine. That shouldn't cause a big issue. Oh. I am looking forward to this, though. I'm trying to think what I want to see from this. Obviously, I'm excited personally for Pokemon Legends ZA. Like, for me, that's an exciting game. Beyond that, I don't know. I'm curious about what's going to happen with Champions. Like, it's nice to keep up with the other stuff. I mean, we're not expecting anything to do with next gen, right? That'll be next year, I would think. A mobile game has already dropped on iOS. What, you mean a brand new game just came out? I'm reading the chat as well. Give us Black White remakes. I assume then, when we're saying like a brand new game, like an unannounced game has just come out. We'll hit refresh on this, because sometimes they don't like to start. Oh, there we go.
Anaheim, California, from August 15th to 17th. We are once again thrilled
let's
to
take a
welcome thousands of trainers from around the world who will battle across the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet video games.
Let me know if
the
this is
Pokemon
too
trading card game,
loud,
Pokemon
too quiet.
Go, and Pokemon Unite. These elite trainers will receive a celebratory promo card
there's already
for
subtitles.
competing in the Pokemon World Championships. Let's take a first look at this year's special artwork for
Mobile
Paradise
puzzle game.
Resort.
Let's see. Pokemon Shuffle 2. Okay, I'll say it. We've got too many Pokemon IPs. Now we need more! More Pokemon!
In 2025, we will host Championship Sunday in an arena for the very first time. Those who can prove themselves as the best will earn incredible prizes, including the coveted Champions line. Alongside
that looks
our
cool.
competitors, we expect more than 20,000 Pokemon fans to come celebrate together and enjoy tons of new activities. Each attendee will also receive a special digital code to obtain Toad School for the Pokemon Scarlet.
It wouldn't be quite the
Pokemon
same if
Violet
I
video
went
games.
and hugged the Sprigatito.
During the weekend, fans at home can
That was
tune
called
in to the
Sprigatito?
action via
Sprigatito?
our live stream broadcasts available in multiple languages. Some of these streams have special giveaways planned, so we hope you'll join us in cheering our competitors as they strive to achieve the title of World Champion. Thank you for being a part of what makes our global community of Pokemon trainers so special.
Okay.
On this island, we want the Pokemon to have as much fun as they'd like.
I have seen the first part of this,
We'll
the
do our
Pokemon
very
Concierge.
best to help you feel as comfortable as possible, so you can make the most of the amenities we offer.
Now, Pokemon has a ridiculous number of people that play it.
Alone, please.
Haru, it's all up to you. Make our team proud.
Are you okay?
The thing is, I think the vast majority do just collect it, but there are still a crap ton of people that play in tournaments.
Oh yeah, that guy's totally her ex, no doubt.
Moving here helped a lot. Working actually makes me happy, and I can work harder too.
Wait, Celio! Come back!
It's the monkeys.
Sorry Celio is causing you so much trouble. I know it's a lot.
How long have you and Celio known each other, Dan?
Part of me is like, this show
15 years?
probably takes so much time, effort, and money to make.
Looking back, it gave me such good
And like,
memories and
it's
so much happiness.
It's fine.
As long as
Nobody
we
would
never
care
give
if
up,
this didn't
we
have
can
Pokemon
overcome
slapped in it.
any
Oh, yeah.
obstacle, and our friends always
I mean,
remind
stop
us
motion
we're
art is still really
never
nice.
alone.
Pokemon Slice of Life with no battling? Veg. Yeah, I mean, this is like the second chunk of this. The first chunk's been on Netflix for ages.
Onward to a brand new day.
New episode, September 4th. The chat is like LLLL.
My
Guys.
name is Ethan Lord, the co-founder and creative director at Aardman Animation Studio in Bristol, England. Now at Aardman, we have created award-winning stories with iconic characters. Now, we have the pleasure of partnering with Pokemon on an exciting new stop-motion animated series.
A
We'll
new
be
stop
putting some
motion.
very special Pokemon front and center as the heroes of our show, and it will be set in the region which is very close to our hearts. It will give a unique look at the Pokemon world told from the perspective of Pokemon, with a signature Aardman sense of character and comedy and craft.
Do we need
I know
another
you'll love it as much as we do.
stop motion show?
We could not be more
Is this going to be
excited
more like
to share this
battling?
sneak peek with the world. So
Because
let's
stop
have a
motion
look.
battles could look cool. Right, we've got Wooloo. Wallace and Gromit in Pokemon. Unironically, this is Wallace and Gromit Pokemon. We're gonna have Surfetch as the main character. I mean, this looks cute. So, the Misadventures of Surchu and Pichu. Ah, Surfetch, not Surchu. Oh, that Freudian slip.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company.
It's not what I would have wanted,
In
but
today's broadcast,
It's interesting
we'll be
that it
bringing you
exists.
A variety of news about Pokemon, including our newest titles.
okay,
In our
okay.
next segment, we'd like to share the latest information about Pokepark Kanto.
What
Please
is
have a look.
Pokepark Kanto? Should I know what this is already? Pokepark Kanto.
The first permanent outdoor Pokemon attraction will open soon.
This is a theme park.
Pokepark Kanto is built on roughly 26,000 square meters of land within Japan's Yomiuri Land amusement park.
It's like a part of an amusement park. It's not even a full amusement park.
Pokemon has grown so much thanks to lots of support from many people. So we wanted to make a place everyone
Never mind, I thought it
can
was a
come
Wii game.
together and
It's probably
enjoy.
got a similar name.
A space where Pokemon will always be, and where people
This is gonna be like the-
can have fun together.
The Mario
Which prompted us to begin
theme
work
park
on
thing.
a world where Pokemon truly exist.
Pokepark Kanto can be broadly divided into two areas.
Pokemon live within the forest. When you step inside, you'll find Pokemon playing together in groups.
Like animatronics.
We want to
Or
build
like
people's
little
idea of how
screens.
Pokemon live and interact with one another by
Or like
letting them experience
you have like Google lenses or something to see them.
a place where we can tell visitors, "Welcome to the world of Pokemon."
As you enter, you'll be greeted by
Now
the
that's
diverse
cute.
landscape,
That is cute.
rich natural forests
Seeing the
where
um
Pokemon reside.
the roots like as they were.
There's also an area where Pokemon and trainers gather, the town of your dreams. Here, encounters with a variety of Pokemon await you.
So there's little like Pokemon toys dotted around in the grass. I mean, it looks super comfy. It doesn't look super engaging.
Next, we have a number of other announcements to share with you.
Right, I'm expecting like Unite now or something. Alright, Pokemon Go. We're starting with Go. Okay, that's Christ, what was that Pokemon called? It's the one from Shield and Sword at the end. Eternitus? Something like that.
Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Max Finale is coming soon. Max Pokemon will be appearing one after another.
Hey, hello Oni-sama, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the birthday wishes. You've caught us watching Pokemon.
Give you a chance to catch a powerful Gigantamax Pokemon.
Okay, this is the Pokemon... Christ, what's it called? Pokemon... The one where it's all like the gacha game. This is the gacha one, right? I already forget what it's called.
I'll finish him off. Let's teach him a lesson with our new power.
Who is Carmine? Pokemon Masters, that's the one. I don't know who Carmine is. But I'm assuming Pokemon Masters players are happy about that. 5-star sea captain outfit. Oh boy. She's from Scarlet and Violet. I didn't play the DLC of Scarlet and Violet, but I don't recognize her from the base game. Such as a cafe update. We're expecting a cafe update. I'm still expecting like a new Unite character to get announced as well. There we go, Sleep. I keep forgetting Sleep even exists. We're just like quick firing all like the little updates for all the little games. Yeah, she's in the DLC. I see. I played a ton of the base games. I never played the DLC. Pokemon Unite. We got Latios and Latias. I've never liked Latios and Latias, you know. They've never been like particularly interesting Pokemon for me.
Latios and Latias join the fray to commemorate Pokemon Unite's 4th anniversary. Latios and Latias can both quickly fly to each other. A new type of battle, Electrode Volleyball, will be available after this broadcast ends.
Okay. Interesting. Right, TCG news. Mega Lucario. Mega Kangaskhan GX. Mega Gardevoir. We've got a lot of Megas. Mega Venusaur. Oh, the set's literally called Mega Evolution. That would make sense.
Next, please take a look at this video.
Alright. So is this the new puzzle game? This looks like the new puzzle game.
Just one line?
I mean, is that the whole game, or is this going to be like a bunch of different mini games? Or is it just to like walk on every tile, get to the end? Okay, it's a bunch of different types of puzzles. I don't hate this. I don't think this needs the Pokemon branding on it. It just is. Such gameplay. Is this going to be free to play? Or is this going to be like a cheap one-time buy? I feel like you have to charge for a game like this, right? Otherwise, how do you monetize it?
Solve puzzles and get your daily aha moment. Use the plush you get from solving puzzles to decorate your in-game plush rooms.
Okay, there we go. We got the in-game plush rooms. We can sell people cosmetics. It wouldn't be marketed well without the Pokemon sticker on it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's Pokemon Friends.
Pokemon Friends is a puzzle game where players enjoy the thrill of realization while untangling their thoughts. Every day you play is a chance to untangle your next eureka moment. Pokemon Friends will be available on Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android after this.
Oh, it's on Switch as well.
We hope you download it and give it a try.
I don't know if that's going to have like a lot of longevity, you know?
Next,
the entire YouTube chat saying out. The majority of people on YouTube are just waiting for ZA news.
A free update geared for the Nintendo Switch 2 system is available for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games.
Okay.
When playing on Nintendo Switch 2, you'll be able to enjoy smoother movement and even sharper graphics.
Will we still fall through the floor occasionally?
We hope you try visiting the Paldea region on Nintendo Switch 2 as well.
Oh, I can't remember his name. That's like the weird side-eye snail one.
Series will kick off in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet tomorrow.
Oh, Pokemon Friends. You excited for Pokemon Friends, Shari?
Raid battle events will feature Shiny Wo-Chien, Shiny Qianpao, Shiny Tinglu, and Shiny Chiyu.
I am terrible with the names
But
of all of the
just winning
legendaries
Terra Raid
in
battles
this game.
won't be enough to get these 4 Pokemon. You'll be able to add each one to your team only after it's been defeated 1 million times.
1 million
Everyone will
times?
have to work together to attain the
So it's like
treasures
it's like a community effort. Everyone's got to be grinding it at the same time.
Pokemon Mass Outbreak events will also be occurring at the same time. And that's not all. We're also
Tracksuit?
giving away a tracksuit
Whoa!
apparel item. So we hope you continue to enjoy adventuring in the Paldea region. Next, allow me to share some information about Pokemon Champions.
Alright, there we go. So they're doing this first because this is not going to be the big announcement. That's what it sounds like. Because they always save the best till last. So that's going to be ZA. Alright. So now we'll get to see, is this going to be
Pokemon Champions.
a simplified version? Like a Pokemon Pocket to Pokemon...
In this title, you can enjoy the battles you know and love from the Pokemon series on your Nintendo Switch or mobile device.
Okay.
You can invite your previous Pokemon partners to join the action by linking with Pokemon Home, or you can find new partners to battle alongside you right away from within Pokemon Champions.
So you got like pre-made Pokemon you can grab.
You can recruit Pokemon to your team to battle alongside you. It's up to you.
Looks like there's a box of 30 Pokemon at the top there and a currency. I don't know what the little Pokeball icon is.
Then it's finally time for Pokemon
Tried to do
battles.
an in-betweeners joke. It doesn't work without the voice. I was also not a big in-betweeners fan, so it wouldn't have worked on me
You
anyway.
can enjoy ranked battles that let you face off against trainers from around the world, as well as private battles where you can take on family and friends with
Okay.
greater immersion than ever before.
I mean, combat-wise, it looks exactly the same. We've still got 4 moves, still got 2
Take on
types,
thrilling matches
we've still got
with
double
battles
battles,
and
single
double
battles. The UI looks clean.
Finally, we'd like to introduce you to a new way to raise Pokemon that lets you enjoy battles even more. Pokemon Champions
Okay.
offers ways to make raising your Pokemon more flexible and convenient than ever.
Are we Pokemon showdowning stats?
Then train your Pokemon to make the most of them. Recruit and train to easily enjoy Pokemon
Oh,
battles.
is this just Pokemon Showdown?
Bringing Pokemon battles to everyone. Pokemon Champions. Plan to release in 2026.
So it's 2026, not 2025. They didn't announce anything like, oh, this is going to be the
Last
new
up, we
competitive
have
way to
some news
play.
about the Pokemon
So
Legends
it's still kind of up in the
CA
air.
game.
But it looks like it's
Please
just,
have a
it's
look
not,
at
doesn't
this
look like it's going to be simplified. It cost resources? Oh no. Right, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been excited for. I really want to play ZA. That looked like a unique form, right? Tepig! Tepig is my favorite starter, by the way. Okay, we got the fashion. It's all about the fashion. Is it just me, or is this bit really quiet? I don't want to turn it up in case it gets really loud after this, but like... Pokemon are suddenly mega evolving on their own. Literally sounds like the Dynamax plot from Scarlet and Violet. 6-5, this is a massive W. Looking kind of pay to win. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, is that the guy from X and Y? Yes. Is he from X and... I'm trying to think. Yeah, he was X and Y, right? The guy with the floatlet. Were any of those new Megas? I think they looked like Megas I'd already seen before. I didn't think I saw any new Megas
Pokemon
there.
Legends ZA. We'd like to introduce this game's new story.
Is this the main trailer
which
for the
takes
showcase?
place in a
Yes.
city striving
Hello,
to be
Portuguese
somewhere
Dove fan.
that
Welcome,
belongs to
welcome.
both people and Pokemon.
Now we're gonna get all the
After
announcement
you
stuff.
arrive in Lumio
God damn it,
City,
mouse.
either
Stop harassing
Urbane
me.
or Tawny will invite you to join Team MZ.
Team MZ.
Team MZ's objective is to protect the city of Lumios.
The state of that Mega
Let's get to know
Dragon.
Team MZ a little better.
Kai should have some
There's
familiar
Naveen,
faces, yes.
a fashion designer in the making. And there's Lita, who aspires to become a professional dancer. As part of Team MZ, you'll spend your days in Lumio City with this crew.
Okay. So at
Lumio
night,
City
you
looks
do like the whole
different by
Battle
day
Royale
and by
thing?
night.
Where you get to like rank yourself up from Z to
During
A.
the day, you can explore the city and find lots of Pokemon to add to your party.
I love that you can go on the rooftops as well. I'm always a sucker for that sort of thing.
Then, by night, you can compete in the ZA Royale with the Pokemon you've raised, aiming to climb the ranks. As you advance in the ZA Royale, battles against powerful trainers await. One of those trainers, Corbeau, is the boss of the Rust Syndicate, an organization
Rust
operating
Syndicate,
in Lumio City. It seems like he has some kind of
I mean, it's got
business
big
with the
Yakuza
members
vibes.
of Team MZ. Lumio City offers plenty of ways to have fun aside from Pokemon battling, too.
Style. We can have like
Trainers can
actual
change
fashion
their
contests.
hairstyle,
Contests.
looks, and outfit to appear however they would like as they stroll around the city.
This is something I wish they do in a lot more of the games, like lean more into the
If
fashion.
you've teamed up with a Furfrou, a Pokemon with distinctive long fur, you can even have it trimmed into fashionable styles. You can also take photos
Okay.
at interesting spots, or relax and hang out with
My
your
boy.
Pokemon if you like. All kinds of encounters await you in Lumio City.
The show classes and I'm in.
Emma, the best detective in Lumios, will ask you to help with her detective work. You can find people around the city who need a hand and solve
Okay.
their problems.
Trubbish! Everyone loves Trubbish.
Mabel is the acting director of the Pokemon Research Lab. By catching
Emma
Pokemon,
got
you
promoted.
can
I don't
aid
even
her
remember who
research.
Emma is, not gonna lie.
In return, you can receive useful items for your adventures in this game.
Whirlpool. The question is, are HMs gonna act like HMs in this?
Something strange
Or they just
has
moves?
been occurring in Lumio City recently.
Emma was Looker's assistant. Oh,
Wild
the
Pokemon have been mega evolved
I remember
on their
Looker,
own
he's
and
like the
going
detective,
rogue.
right? With the trench
These
coat.
so-called rogue mega evolved Pokemon can't contain their own strength and are the very definition of dangerous.
Rogue Mega Tyranitar. So this is
To
two
take them
players
on, you'll need to fight
running
Mega
around doing a
Evolution with
like
Mega
open world
Evolution.
raid boss. Is what it looks like. This looks kind of cool. I assume it's only going to be small parties, maybe like
One
2 or
newly
3.
discovered Mega Evolved Pokemon, Mega Dragonite, has
That
distinctive
looks
Dragonair-like
awful.
features, like wings on its
That-
head.
that
and a
looks
curl
so
on its
bad.
tail. While tackling rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon, you'll want an ally from Team MZ at your
I
side.
don't see Mega
Plus, there are
Dragonite, and I'm
lots
not
of
like, that
Pokemon.
looks cool. I'm like, that, I don't want that.
This city
Mega
holds many
Dragonite looks
stories.
derpy. I mean, regular Dragonite kind of looks derpy. David Tennant? Is there a David
Different
Tennant
wishes
lookalike?
intertwine, seeking for people and Pokemon.
Or was that the person that voiced
coexist.
Looker?
Pokemon Legends ZA, coming
October
Thursday,
16th.
October 16, 2025.
I kind of... They gave us like an okay amount of info there, but I feel like not a lot of it was actually new info. It was more like set dressing, which is like fine. Like the big reveal, I guess, was the new team, and then like Mega Dragonite.
What did you think? Pokemon Legends ZA is releasing on October 16, 2025. We hope you're looking forward to your new adventures in Lumios City.
I mean, I'm excited.
That's all for today's presentation. Thank you very much for tuning in.
And then we should probably get like a scissor reel of everything they just showed. Or is it just going to end? So I guess it was okay. I think I was hoping for a bit more Legends ZA stuff. The Pokemon Friends stuff, I was kind of like, eh. Outside of that, well, the Pokemon Champion stuff was like interesting, but it left me with more questions than answers. They could have at least made Mega Dragonite blue. Yeah, that would have been nice. I mean, just in general, I think it just looks derpy with the wings on its head. Now, was there any new reveals? Not really. It was just Dragonite. They revealed like the organization, Team Rust or whatever it was.
Some kind of business.
Like this was kind of like the big. I guess the other thing was like the Megas, running rampant and then having to like fight them as a group. Because like this is another player, right? So you've got. Actually, is this another player? No, this is probably just the fashion designer guy, right? So this is probably an NPC. So it's just you and an NPC fighting this guy as a 2v1. With your level 58 Dragonite against level 59 Tyranitar. I mean... I say, I'm not, like, disappointed in this. I was just, like, hoping for just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. That's all I wanted. Now, Pokemon Champions looks good. Everything else was kind of whatever. Wolfie predicts Pokemon Champions will be their new Worlds format. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Because I think there's a chance, right? There's always a chance. But until I've seen it, I'm not going to, like, put too much stock in it. Because part of me is like, it would be a bit weird to move the competitive format over to a different game. Because effectively, then you would tell people you don't have to buy the main game if you want to play it competitively. But maybe that's such a small, like, part of the audience, it wouldn't matter anyway. Okay. Okay. Well, that was good. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. I think the only other bits and bobs, because we kind of already talked about a lot of the other stuff. We talked about Rush stuff. We talked about the Rush stuff wanting to potentially getting a new box and it being of the Transcendence Mirror Gear, so that's coming out in the next week. I mean, look at their planning to do Champions. I mean, I don't know what they're planning to do with Champions, right? That's the thing. It's like Masters as well. I still don't really know what Masters is or like who it's for. They're monetizing you to change stats and buy Pokemon. Isn't that like really scummy? Like, I kind of get it because they have to monetize it in some way, but like basically microtrans. I guess in a way it's sort of like building a deck in a card game. Oh, it's weird. It's just weird. They're entering really weird territory where I'm not really sure how things are going to, like, shake out. Yeah, this is what I mean. I have way more questions than answers, and I don't like that. I want more answers. Master's just a casual gacha for you to pull your waifus. Yeah, but, like, I don't get it. Like, I look at it, and I'm like, who is this for? Is this just, like, super, super diehard Pokemon fans? Because, like, I consider myself a Pokemon fan. I'm still not really interested in it. For real, they're competitive. People already cheat their Pokemon in with stats. With the stats they want and put it on home. The problem is if people are cheating, then the answer is give everyone the tools to cheat, then nobody's cheating. But then on the flip side, if you're charging people for that, I don't know, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because now it's like we're giving an extra cost to the players that aren't cheating. Especially if you can still cheat. If you can still just like edit your Pokemon stats and then put them into this system, then it's like saying, okay, you can either pay us money or you can just cheat. And when we say cheat, right, we mean like editing your stats by editing the code rather than doing it the way the developers intend, which is like to like train them up, EV train them, reset the stats, bottle caps, etc., right? Now, if you go to Worlds with cheated Pokemon, you would get pulled up. Well, that's the thing. I think it was last year was the first year where people actually got like pulled aside and they were like, yeah, you got cheated Pokemon, like you're disqualified sort of thing. But I think in one of those cases, one of the players was arguing that they got it off of someone else. And so now, the only way to guarantee that you don't have cheated Pokemon is to be there for every single stage of their, like, raising, right? So you have to do every single little bit yourself. You can't, like, trade off of people. Which is, like, super weird. Well, I get it, but it's still super weird. I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes. Because the big thing that I've always said is trying to get into competitive Pokemon is a nightmare. Because, like, if you play something like Pokemon Showdown, you can just build your team exactly how you want it. Bam, it's all there. Go. If you want to do that same thing in the actual video game, it's like, okay, you got to catch the Pokemon you want. Now you have to start breeding them to make sure you get perfect IV'd Pokemon, or EV'd, whichever one it is. Then you have to train them up to make sure they've got the exact right IVs and EVs where they are. You've got to make sure they've got the correct move set. Some of the moves aren't like easily accessible, so now it's like you have to do multiple runs of the games just to get these extra Pokemon. If you want to get a perfect EV legendary, now you have to do the legendary reset. It's such a nightmare. It's such a nightmare. Now, ways to check if the Pokemon has been illegally trained, so you need to take responsibility, yeah. I only learned this year that Masters is an official game. I always thought it was a knockoff. No, yeah, it's an official game. I just personally don't get it. I just think it's weird. I still don't know what it's for. But that's kind of us done with the rush stuff. I say we're done with the rush stuff. We were going to talk about the meta over in OCG. This isn't too helpful because I can't read this, except for Hero. I know what Hero says. When we come over here, this is the latest update. Winning deck distribution between the 12th to the 18th of July. Number 1, Black Chaos. No big surprise until it gets hit or until something else gets like power creeps it. This is going to be it. Shadowverse stuff. We'll be doing the Shadowverse stuff after this, but we will be doing the Shadowverse stuff. Then second is Magnet Warriors. Then Harpies, Celebros, Delirium, and then like a bunch of other decks, right? So this is basically the same meta we've been seeing. Basically, it seems like everything is kind of even-ish, except for this one deck, right? Except for Black Chaos. Black Chaos is just the best deck. It's not even the best deck by like a ridiculous amount. So I would say the meta is like in not a bad spot right now. So like this is fine. If this was like much bigger than this, like I think about a third is about as much as you'd want for the best deck. So like I think that's fine. I also did want to take a quick look at the new Rush Duel cards as well, because we have this one, which people looked at this initially and thought this was going to be a beast because it's a massive elephant. But it's not, it's a rock. This is a level 6 Wind Rock Ritual Effect monster, Ravul Ivory. So 26-12. During the main phase, you ritual summon this card with 2 or more monsters as material. Bear in mind it's level 6, so we're looking at a 4 out of 2, or, you know, 2 3s, or you can use 2 4s, that's fine. Draw 2 cards. So this immediately I think is a bit weird. I'm not really sure what the benefit of this card is. And then during the turn that you have not ritual summoned, so you can't spam this, ritual summon Ravul Ivory by sending monsters from your hand whose combined total levels are 6 or more as material. Oh, so you can only use them from hand. So we activate this, send 2 cards from our hand to the graveyard, any 2 monsters that are level 5 or lower. Then we get to get a 2400 body, and we replace those 2 cards. So we filter through our hand, and we turn this ritual spell card into a 2400 body. Okay, that's not bad. I don't know where that fits. Like, what deck is going to want to make use of this? Effectively, this is sort of like... You would play this in decks instead of Ship of 7 Treasures, instead of Traded. That's what this card is. It's interesting. It's interesting. They can't compulse it either. Your opponent can activate trap cards when a monster special summons effect. Correct. Does that matter? So the big thing for OCG is you won't be able to shiny shady this. Like, Compulse is still used in OCG. But shiny is like in every deck. So this is probably going to be more relevant for shady. I would say this would be good against New Start, but New Start's only on normal, so it didn't matter with that anyway. This is still a good card, though. Still a good card. I think this is going to see some play. I'm just not sure exactly what decks are going to see play with this. Like, maybe you play this like Magnet Warriors, and that's not just because it's a rock. It's because, well, first off, I think Magnets do rock lock you occasionally. I haven't played Magnets in so long, I don't actually know. Hungry Burger Archetype has level 3s. Not sure if it wants this. I would assume Hungry's Burger is going to be its own thing. Speaking of Hungry Burger, we'll show those snooty Nouvelles who's who. So we have Hungry Shake, level 3, 1200 attack. This is a warrior. During the turn this card was special summoned, that was normal summoned even, that's where we're getting special summoned from. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then you can choose a Hungry Coupon in your graveyard, add it to the hand. So I assume Hungry Coupon is probably going to be a ritual spell. Hungry Soft Serve. During the turn it was normal summoned, shuffle 2 Dark Warrior monsters from your graveyard. And so this is a Dark Warrior archetype. That's what Hungry Burgers are. Gain 1,000 life points. This seems kind of mid. Hungry Donut. During the turn this card was normal summoned, reveal a hamburger recipe or Hungry Coupon in your hand to your opponent. Send the top 4 cards of your deck to the graveyard. That's fine. If we, like, having a way to mass mill is generally quite good in OCG, so this is probably fine. Hungry Nuggets! That could have just been Hungry Nuggies, and that would have been perfect, but fine, Nuggets is fine. Level 6. Okay. During your main phase, this card was normal or special summoned. Choose a hamburger recipe or hamburger fast recipe in your graveyard. Set it to your spell and trap zone. I don't like the fact this is a level 6, but this is going to be the entirety of the ritual material, so it's probably fine. Hungry Fries, another level 6, 1800 attack. During the main phase, this card was normal special summoned. Choose a Dark Warrior, 1200 attack and 900 defense in your graveyard. Add it to the hand. Okay. Alright. Hungried Burger. Level 6, 2000 attack. If there is a Dark Warrior monsters in your graveyard, send the top card of it to the graveyard. This card gains 200 attack times the number of Dark Warrior monsters in your graveyard until the end of the turn. If there is a face-up Hungry Burger on your field, so as with all the other rituals, you have to add like the normal version and then you get a bonus effect, you can choose a spell trap on your opponent's field and destroy it. So this is probably going to be sitting at around 3k, usually, and it can pop back row, okay? Summon Hungry Burger, sending cards to your hand and or field. Okay, so hand and or field, that's pretty good. Then we have fast recipe. Ritual summon Hungry Burger or Hungried Burger by sending face-up monsters in your field to the graveyard whose combined total level is 6 or more. So this allows you to get greed out as well, but only sends monsters from face-up on the field. So this is very similar to Magician of Black Chaos, where to summon out, to use the Black Magic Ritual, you need to send cards from hand or graveyard. To use Ceremonial Ritual, you can use only monsters from the field. Hungry Coupon. Choose up to 2 face-up level 3 or 6 Dark Warrior monsters on your field. Have them gain 1,000 attack. So you can use this with the burgers, so they can gain some attack. We can also use this on our wimps if we want to get them up to like 22. And we have ways to recycle these. So theoretically, we could activate the coupon like 2, 3, 4 times in a turn. So maybe. It's only up to 2 as well. Hungry Greeting. If you have not special summoned a monster from your graveyard this turn, choose level 6 Dark Warrior monster from your graveyard, special summon to your field face up. That could be okay. It requires setup, which is anything I don't like about this card. So, maybe. Takeout attack. When your opponent normal or special summons a monster, send a face-up ritual from your field to the graveyard. Quite heavy cost. This better be a really good effect. Choose one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Then you can choose a Hungry Burger in your graveyard and special summon it. This is okay. I do wonder if you would play this over just like Shady and New Start though. Shady and New Start is just really good. I don't think you need this. Like, this is sort of like the new Zeratrap, where like it's okay, and it's really good if it works, but just it requires a bit of setup, which makes it just worse than just having a card that doesn't require setup. Then we have the Hungry Burger, and then that's it. My initial impression is this looks kinda mid. This doesn't look like awful, but it doesn't look really good. I think this will be a fine deck. I don't think this is going to be like a super top tier deck, put it that way. That's kind of where I'm leaning with it. Alright, now. Shadowverse. So, I want to talk a little bit about Shadowverse. I don't necessarily want to actually make a tier list. This is just like the easiest way to talk about it. But I did want to kind of mention where I'm at with Shadowverse, what my thoughts, feelings, and opinions are of the new set. I hope you like McDonald Archetype. I mean, McDonald Archetype. Did they get scared of PF release Powerful Rituals? Scared of release Powerful Rituals? Probably. I mean, one of their ritual decks is really, really good right now. Obviously, the best deck in the game is a ritual deck. So, I think the issue is, like, the main reason why Black Chaos is so good isn't because the cards in themselves, like the ritual monsters, are really good. Because they are really good. But it's because they have so many support cards that you just play a deck that is just all support for that one deck. And it just, like, enables the rest of the deck really, really well. But let's talk about this quick, right? So first off, which decks do I think are the strongest, right? I think, right, we should also get an outside source as well. So we're going to use Game8 as our outside source. So this is a popular Japanese website where they make tier lists. So this is their current tier list. I think I agree with the majority of this. I'm not sure about Artifact, just because I haven't played against it very much. But, in my opinion, the best decks right now is probably these. Bear in mind, we don't really have a good representation for aggro Abyss, so we're just going to have it separate, like as its own thing there. Hey, Skywings, welcome on in. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Artifact is the same deck, but better. The question is, though, is the same deck, but better than these decks? Because I've not seen very much of this deck. I've seen a lot of other people playing a lot of these, like, a lot of these decks. I have barely run into any Artifact players. So I generally don't really have much of a opinion on it. But in my opinion, these three decks are definitely tier 1 decks. I don't know which is the strongest out of these. They all are really, really powerful. I don't think it's the best deck, but definitely tier 1. I would say, if this is a tier 1 deck, I would put it at the end of tier 1. Right? It's like end of tier 1, top of the next tier. That's kind of where I'm putting it. I think these three are, like, stronger than this. Personally. But more than that. What I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit here is, so in card games, specifically in card games that have, like, mana systems, you generally will sort them into, like, 3 different categories, right? There's your aggro deck, your mid-range deck, and your control deck, right? Generally, the way that things should work is an aggro deck. So this is an aggro deck. This should be a control deck. So what's a good example of a control deck? Probably Dimension Climb. Like, this is sort of a control deck. The old Spell Boost. And a control deck should be a mid-range deck. This is probably a mid-range deck. The problem with swords, it's kind of all over the place. But, like, so in theory, aggro deck beats control deck because control deck lack the early game to stop them from dying to aggro. Control deck beat a mid-range deck because control is able to basically outlast mid-range. Mid-range has lots of tools to stop aggro early, but those tools aren't as useful in general against a slower deck. And because you're not as aggressive, you're not applying as much pressure early. So just like the basic logic is, aggro should beat control, control should beat mid-range, mid-range should beat aggro, right? And that should be the circle. That should be the cycle, right? In theory, Fairy Rush is an aggro deck. In theory, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. This isn't a concrete rule, right? There will be some situations where that isn't true. Sword has mid-range aggro flavor and mid-range control flavor. It's weird. Yeah, Sword is a really hard deck to place. It's a really hard to like place in this triangle. But it is very important that you have these 3 types of decks. Because what happens is, if one of these decks is like massively underperforming, it creates a vacuum and it breaks the chain, right? So if the control deck isn't very good, suddenly mid-range should be beating aggro. And now aggro doesn't beat anything because the deck it beats isn't very good. And then nothing is here to beat mid-range. So now mid-range just becomes the best deck. What I'm a little bit worried about is that we're having a issue with aggro at the moment in the game, where aggro decks in this game currently are so good, they're beating a lot of the mid-range options. And then we have this kind of reverse problem where, and again, this isn't true of all aggro decks. This isn't true of like all mid-range decks, but in general, from my observation, aggro decks, specifically these two. So the sword decks, which kind of go aggro, and the abyss decks, which go aggro, like the aggro abyss decks, are beating up a lot of the decks that should beat them. So example of this, that should be something like this is another mid-range deck. This is a mid-range deck. What else is going to be mid-range? This is kind... I don't even know what to do with Dragon. Because, like, Dragon is a weird one. Dragon, like, has so many different, like, versions, and I'm not sure which one of them is, like, the good one. If Abyss gets a good hand, it could beat anything. Exactly. Abyss, if it gets going, like, very, very early, if they, like, open really good, is insanely hard to beat. Like, still beatable. There are still some decks that will just beat it. But the issue that I foresee is if aggro decks continue to be as strong as they are, that the decks that are deliberately made to counter them can't beat them. That might cause issues. That's how I feel with Sword. Yeah, I mean, again, Sword is in a similar boat, right? But Sword is also a weird deck where it feels like it's... Right, just so people don't, like, get the wrong end of the stick here, we're just going to start, like, renaming these real quick, just so, because we're not tiering these at the moment. I'm actually curious what you guys think as well. Like, which decks do you consider aggro? Which decks do you consider control? Which decks do you consider mid-range? It's like Puppets. Where do you put Puppets? Like, Puppets is kind of a mid-range deck. It's not really an aggro deck because it doesn't just, like, slap down a load of guys and go face, because most of the guys it plays just disappear. It's also got sort of control elements. It's another weird one to categorize. It's the same with this version of Dragons as well. This is like a ramp dragon, I guess. Puppets are control. Puppets is mid-range for me. So this is exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. Already we've got disagreement in the chat because Puppet is a weird deck to quantify. Because, like, Puppets do control the board. They do put down guys. They can ram their guys in. They have all these different ways to clean up the board very, very well. They like playing the long game. They have the tools to stave off the early game as well. I only Havencraft? I have no idea what you're saying. Well, Haven's here. He's right in the middle. When it comes to Ramp as well, Ramp is kind of like the king of mid-range. Like, theoretically, that's where it should be. But it's also kind of control-y, especially like the new build with, is it Fenny? Is that what the name is? Rune isn't even a real control deck. It's a combo deck in a control shell because of how effective the finisher is. The thing is, a combo deck... So combo and control kind of go hand in hand. In that they kind of, like, they take up the same slice of the pie. In that they, again, combo decks tend to get bullied by aggro and they tend to do really well into mid-range. So, like, I don't think we need to specifically, like, separate them. Because, like, I don't think, like, a combo deck does really good into control or vice versa, like, necessarily. This powerful early, powerful mid-game, powerful late game. Kind of. That's kind of the way to think of it. Aggro tend... If aggro gets the game they want, the game is over before, like, turn 7 or 8. Like, they want to just end the game ASAP. They want to just go face, face, face. They want to spend all their resources really, really quickly, as much as possible, to just get damage in to end the game. They're the kind of decks that are going to super evolve or evolve just to get an extra 2 or 3 damage at your face, right? Then mid-range are the... they'll probably play like one card every turn. They'll try and curve out immaculately. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, they want a 4-drop. Turn 5, they want a 5-drop. Turn 6, they want a 6-drop. And the card quality should gradually increase as they go. And then control/combo are kind of their early game isn't really doing a lot. It's a lot of like trying to not die. And then when they get to like turn 10, turn 11, turn 12, they're just going to kill you. That's kind of the control/combo strategy. Which is also where like Roach would be down here as well. Where's my forest, bros? Are we good? Well, forest is a weird one, because I don't know where... Because if we go back over to here, right? We have, where is it? There's a forest down here. There's the roach is up here. And then there's this one. So what is this deck they've got here? We translate this to English. Fairy Elf Recipe Strategy. So I'm curious to see what they call this deck. So they call it a mid-range deck. So just from that alone, let's put this in mid-range for now. I don't know if we have a good card to represent Roach, because we just don't have a picture of Roach here. I don't think we play many of these cards in Roach. This can be our Roach guy for now. This is Roach. Because this is a forest card, right? I'm pretty sure that's a forest card. Forest Roach is still good. It just has an unpleasant Haven matchup. Yes, Haven is really popular right now, but I think it is slipping down. Like if we go and take a look at... I mean, again, don't read too much into this tier list. This is just their opinion, right? But this is like a good generalization, right? So for right now, they've got it in S or tier 2. Which is like fine. I have seen people, the more and more I see people posting lists, the more Haven seems to be dropping down. So I think Haven is really popular, but it's starting to like drop a little bit. No forest deck has lived long enough to roach me since the new cards. Also, you play Sword, right, Sam? So you're going to be in a very dominant position in that anyway, right? Titania because she's cute. Which one's Titania? That one's Aria. Is this one Titania? The 4-drop. Oh, this one. You want her? Yeah, sure. She can come in. I don't know if she's a Roach card, but we'll put her in. We'll put her in. Don't you dare insult Haven Cross. Don't worry. I still love Haven. Haven is my favorite deck in the game right now. As much as I was loving Artifact Portal, I think Haven is more fun to play. I've been really enjoying it, but I would be lying if it felt like I had a ton of absolutely dominant matchups. There are some matchups which you're just really good into and some that aren't. Rush Drama, what was the drama? Hello, Murata. Honestly, he opens with what was the drama rather than happy birthday. Can you believe this guy? But the drama was basically, there was a Master Duel streamer, content creator, that was posting on Twitter about how Rush Duels killed the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And then there were people commenting negatively on a latest Yu-Gi-Oh Everything video because he did a top 100 strongest like Yu-Gi-Oh player rankings, as in like from the anime, and some Rush characters made like top 10. And people were very upset with that, saying, you know, again, just saying all of the usual anti-Rush things. Alright, we've got Aggro Dragon, or Face Dragon, whatever we're calling this. That can go up there, that's nice and easy. This is sort of the aggro... I don't even know if Kagemitsu is still like a deck. It's a weird one. It's still on here. Let's see what they compare these to. Let's see what they change the names of these two. So this is Kagemitsu Royal. And this one is... mid-range. Okay, so they're specifically calling out mid-range as like the better deck. So we'll put this in mid-range for now. We'll have this be like the pure face aggro version. This is going to be the so this is a weird deck. This is like Amulet Haven, specifically like the Storm variant, where you just play a shit ton of Storm. I would argue this is an aggro deck. It's just not on the same level of aggro as the rest of these. This is like the least aggro deck. It's kind of like here. There's kind of a hybrid between these. Happy birthday, Octoti! Woo! Haven has such tempo early game that it doesn't even dominate the Abyss matchup. Yes, it's... The issue I usually have is, like, you'll go turn 1, put down, like, nothing, or you'll put down your amulet that draws 2, right? Then, turn 2, you'll put down, like, a 2-2, and your opponent will just get rid of it and end on a board. And then you'll put down, like, a 2-3 on turn 3, and they'll just get rid of it and slap you again in the face. And you're just like, I need a high-impact, early-game card, because I have nothing going on right now. And you just get bullied. You can just absolutely get bullied. A lot of the time, you'll be down to like 10 health before you even summon Wilbur. And that is such a bad spot to be in if you're against these like super high aggressive decks. Like, it definitely puts you in a bit of a weird spot. But I am also curious as to where I'm curious as to where they just put a lot of these decks. Like, some of these are obvious. Are they having Portal as a mid-range deck? Because this is just nice to, like, just know from their opinion and then go backwards from that, right? So, yeah, they consider it a mid-range deck, the same as I do. What do they consider this version of Dragon? What do they consider Rune? What do they consider this one as well? I suppose also, if we can see what they're doing with Storm as well, that'll give me another indication of, like, what they think of it. So which deck is this? This is Ramp Dragon. So is Ramp Dragon mid-range? No, they have it down as control. Okay. I mean, I was saying that I did think that was somewhat true. So I'm going to have that down there. Even though I think Ramp does kind of feel like it's a mid-range deck, it is kind of a control deck when you get to that late stage of the game. Earth Sigil Rune is control. I personally, I think you're right. I agree. But if they called it mid-range, I wouldn't argue. Just because... Yeah, they do call it mid-range. Because the deck is able to do a lot in the mid-game. You can just spam out like 3/3s like it's nothing, right? And they're able to do that so easily that it does kind of feel mid-range. So, like, I could see this being either again. Wilbit, you mean Odin food. The amount of times, by the way, the amount of times my Wilbit gets Odin'd is so sad, right? Unironically, we're going a little bit of a tangent here. Odin... Put him in Odin tier. Odin, I think this is the most broken card of the new set. Not because it, like, breaks anything, but because every deck has access to this, and I think most decks right now are just playing Odin. Most decks are just finding room for Odin. By having Odin in, you can now attack over someone's... Like, you slap down a ward, right? They drop down Odin. Odin gets rid of the ward. If it had a Death Rattle, or what's it called? I can't remember what it's called in Shadowverse now. On Death. If they had an On Death effect, it doesn't work. You can also use this to hit specific amulets. So if you're a deck that relies on having a specific amulet, suddenly it becomes less valuable. Last words, thank you. Because Odin exists. For example, we've started to see artifact players cut cannon. Even though cannon was a really good way for them to win, like, the sword matchup, it was a really good way for them to win, like, the abyss matchup, they started cutting cannon because Odin just gets rid of cannon, and losing that much tempo on basically spending 5 to not affect the board at all, and to just gain 1 artifact piece is not worth it. So they just drop Odin, get rid of it, and suddenly it's not useful anymore. And that will go for any other deck that really relies on using that sort of thing. So Odin is also really good at dealing with... I haven't actually tried this interaction, but I assume if you use Odin on an Earth right, like on the Earth amulet, it'll just get rid of it. I would assume. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But, like, Odin is just so good. Out of nowhere, he just comes out, gets rid of something, and can super evolve, go face for 7. This card is, like, actually kind of broken. Sigil Savora. There we go. Then it can't do that. Can't do that then. What does Odin do? I haven't pulled that card. So Odin is... When it's summoned, so on its fanfare, is target a card on the field and banish it. So it doesn't go to the grave, so it won't trigger last words. And it's card, so it's amulets or followers. But it's so good. It's so good. 8-Koth Earth Sigil Girl has Aura 2. Well, there we go then. So it's even... This deck even has built-in protection. One thing I will say is as well, some of the new rune cards are so crazy. Like there's 2 different cards, I believe, that have the sigils. Is it sigils or runes? Whatever they're called. The things you get which gives you like a permanent effect. And one of them spits out 1/1 like cupcakes or pies or something that have strike, spell boost your hand. And the other one spits out like golems. And both of those cards are so good. They're so good. Because they're just like, they give you an infinite board. So now, if you're against like a control deck or a mid-range deck, they now have to struggle to keep getting rid of all of these free resources you're getting every turn. And if you're against an aggro deck, they now have to decide if they can just go face, because they're going to have a load of their shit just peeled off the board for free from all of these free bodies that they get. Like, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. Where does this is just this is the mid-range version. This is mid-range Abyss, which is also really, really good. I don't know if we bother putting anything else on here. I don't think anything else is necessary. Everything else is kind of covered here, right? I don't think there's anything else that's necessary. I mean, just go take another quick look over here, right? We have you. 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 You. We don't have, like, Old Haven. And we don't have, like, the 2 really low tier decks. I love the one split out Golem and the other one use Earthright to evolve for free. Yeah. I mean, evolving for free is also so nuts. This card, what's her name? Galeria? I forget what her name is. She is so good. She is, like, unbelievably good. Because when she super evolves for free, it's actually insane. Like, this card is such high value. Like, Sword is so strong right now. It's so strong. Old Haven is good. Yeah, I agree as well. I think you're either playing... Realistically, you're either playing Ward Haven or you're playing Amulet Haven, which still has a lot of the Ward stuff in it. But you're playing, like, the aggressive Amulet Haven. Or, like, aggressive Ward Haven, where you play the amulets to try and give you, like, teeth. So yeah, aggro decks, mid-range decks, control decks, right? So theoretically, aggro decks should get beaten by mid-range decks. Mid-range decks should get beaten by control decks, and control decks should get beaten by aggro decks. That's generally how things go. Now, there will, like we say, there will be exceptions, right? Sometimes a deck, because of the way it works, will specifically have a good matchup into a specific deck that otherwise it should not have a good matchup into. The primary issue that I have been seeing is, again, some of these aggro decks, I mean, specifically this one, and this one, I guess. Not so much this one. And I guess primarily it's these 2. Are just so good. They apply so much pressure early. If they just get going, they are insanely hard to stop. I've had so many games where I've played a mid-range deck that spams out ward cards, right? So theoretically, this should be the best counter to a deck that just wants to go hard early and go face early. And you get bodied in some of these games. Like, it's not even close. Even though, like, this should be like a hard counter. I think part of that is just because, again, the Ward Haven is just not insanely strong. I think it's still a strong deck. It's just not, like, it's not tier 1 strong. And therefore, the tier 1 strong decks just get to bully you a bit. But you'd think because of, like, mechanically, this should do really well. It should bump it up, so like maybe when you're against a tier 1 deck playing this tier 2 deck, it'll feel like a tier 1 deck, but a lot of the time it just doesn't. I think it's a bit of a shame personally, but again, it is what it is. I haven't like experimented too much with the old Portal at the moment, so I don't really know how that's going. I've been spending so much of my time just playing Wilbur, because Wilbur's so fun. It's so fun. Ward Haven is hard to play for me. I haven't found Ward Haven particularly difficult. I actually find it very simple. But that might be because I played Artifact for so long, and I think Artifact had a lot of decisions that you had to make, and if you made a wrong decision, it really bit you. For the most part, with Ward Haven, it feels very simple, right? You generally only have the play points to put 1 card down each turn. It's generally quite obvious which card is going to be the best one to put down. So, like, by comparison, I think this deck's quite simple and quite easy to play. Yeah, you have to wait till turn 5-6 to start get going. Yeah. I think that's where it kind of falls apart, right? If you can make it to there and you're stable, you're okay. But even if you're on like 10 life, going into like, let's say you get Wilbert down, but you're already on 10. You can just die out of nowhere now. Like an Odin comes down, that's 7 damage, your opponent just needs 3 more and dead. There are so many different ways that you can get burned to death now. Like Artifact can obviously burn you. Even, what's it called? Cerberus from Abyss could just come down and could easily threaten like 8 burn damage, plus 1 from a Super Evolve as well. That's just 9 burn damage immediately. Play Sleeper on 5, Wilbert on 6, Aether 7, and Jean on 8, and Evo all of them. It depends, right? Like, sometimes that works out, sometimes it gets a bit awkward. It's like the amount of times as well that I'll play Aether on the board, and I will Super Evolve Aether to give everything ward, and my opponent just outs the board effortlessly anyway. And I'm like, oh, okay, I thought we were trying. Apparently we weren't. Like, in terms of my tier list right now, like my tier list, I would do this and this as the best decks. I would say this is definitely up here, because this deck is still insane if it goes late. Like, this deck shouldn't really lose to anything if it goes late. Again, we'll change this to, like, A and B, and change all that shit around. This, for me, is probably actually going to be down in B. This is going to be a lot lower. This is probably going to be up here. This would be here. So they're like here or here or here. This is up here for sure. I don't know where the hell this goes. I have just like such little opinion on that. This is the... That's Dragon Aggro. This is the Dragon mid-range. Which one was this? Was this the Fairies? This Fairy deck? I don't know, this could be like down here somewhere. Odin, you're not a deck. You get out of here. This is pretty good. Put this back to C for now. I think this is also a pretty good deck. This has probably got to be higher than here, right? I don't know, this is actually kind of hard. This is hard. Yeah, this was the Roach deck, that's right. I don't think Roach is like a bad deck by any stretch. I just think Roach is in a bit of a weird spot right now where a lot of decks just kind of naturally counter it because they're really popular. Yeah, I usually get board played. The other one was the Control Forest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Control's going, but down there somewhere. Let's compare this to this list. So they had 4 in tier 1, so they had that up to there. Which again, I'm on the fence whether I have that up there or not. Either way, I think it's fine. They had 5 decks in tier 2, including Roach. So they would have that, and then is that it? No, they had that up there. Who wasn't invited to the party? Face Dragon? Where is Face Dragon? It's down there. Okay, they had it in tier 3. So their list would be like this, give or take. And they would have these up here. So this is the Game 8 list. This is how they would have it. I don't think I disagree with this necessarily. I think it's just like, it comes down to personal preference. I would maybe move just a little bit around, just a little bit. Wardhaven counter Roach Hard? Yes. That is the thing. Because like, as soon as you look at the Roach strategy, well now it's like, well I've got to basically out all of the ward before my Roach strategy works. Yeah, I think this is ish how I would have it. I would maybe move this down. I would probably move this down to like here-ish. Probably move some of this stuff up. I think this is also really good. I think mid-range Abyss is also like super slept on. I think this deck is really strong. This deck is also really good, but it has to get a little bit lucky. Like if it gets going early, it's really, really good. I'd probably do something like this. This is probably how I would have it. Maybe I'd move this down a bit, just because of how popular this deck is as well. Something like that, something like that, something like that. Alright. I think now, my plan is, we're going to play a little bit of Shadowverse. I do want to play some Shadowverse today. I don't want to just end stream without Shadowversing. Ah, Dylan jump scare. That's the wrong one. Who remembers Rush Rivals? Camera. Alright, we'll go ahead and fix this camera because this looks awful, doesn't it? Alright, we will go ahead and fix this. By doing that. Haha! And then we'll get rid of the border. That looks a bit better. Alright. We should also change our directory as well, because otherwise people will complain at me that I'm doing Shadowverse things in the Duel Links category. Alright. Let's jump into some games. I just want to play some games. I just want to play. I just want to play some games. We're going to play some games. I think you're about to enjoy the rest of your birthday. No, don't. Listen, right? We're not allowed to enjoy ourselves on the birthday, right? We have to just get really salty at Shadowverse. That's the plan. I do really enjoy playing this, though. I do think, though, there are going to be a lot of matchups that we are just going to get bullied in. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. I haven't played as much as I would like to of this yet. No, you bought the skin. We pulled the skin, my friend. We could not buy it. Okay. I want to be greedy and keep Ether, but I think we're going to not. So I really need to find the boy. We did pull a Jean, and we did get a Serene as well. We have a 1, 2, 3. If we can get a 4 out of 5 drop. Mind you, do we even play 4 drops in the deck? No, we don't. We can't look at our deck, can we? Behold, Leah. Ask Shadowverse for currency as your birthday gift. I just tweet them like at Cygames plus give currency. It's my birthday. I'm streaming your game. Like, who else would stay in on their birthday and stream Shadowverse? Come on. Okay, there goes Leah. I mean, Divine Guard's not a bad card to have here. That could be our turn 4, is Cleric into Divine Guard. Ding dong! Right, Cleric is just going to come down here, right? There's no other play, realistically. Alright, he's at turn 4. I would expect him to use the play point next turn to probably get out an Alouette. Assuming he's got an Alouette. I would assume he has, because he's been not really doing much early game here. Let's see what he does. But yeah, I'm a little bit torn, because I really like this deck, and I really want to just play this deck, but I also want my deck to be really strong. So like when I was playing Artifact in set 1, Artifact felt strong. So like I could play it, enjoy the fact I was just playing a deck I liked playing. Like I liked it mechanically, I liked it aesthetically, and I liked the fact it was strong. The issue, it's not necessarily an issue, but like the counter point that I've been having with this deck is it doesn't feel super strong, and because of that there'll be just some matchups that are just either unwinnable or I have to get very lucky. Right, I think we're going to get rid of this. I don't necessarily need to do that, but next time we're probably going to be putting down Salifa. This applies a bit more pressure. Since both of these guys as well have higher than 4 or higher than 3, it does make it difficult when it comes for him, because what he could do is just go Alouette, grab 2 pieces, fuse into Gamma, summon out a Gamma, but that on its own isn't going to do a ton. He's just lost a piece there. we're going into Fortificer. So what he might do is... Yeah, I was going to say he might go Striker, but is he just going to go bait? He's just going to go Beta Spam. He's just going to go Beta Spam. He doesn't care about anything else. Just Beta go face. Okay. So this is the other issue, is I can get this down, which is probably going to be the play we make. I'm not too fond of it, because I don't really want to use an evolution, but I think we're evolving here either way. So this will heal me back up. We'll evolve this. So I think we just swing into both, right? Getting 2 damage face, I don't think is really worth it. I think this is fine. Now the downside here is both of these guys only have 1 health. So, if he does decide to go Gamma now, he'll get to pop both of my guys. Like double Alouette, back-to-back turns 4 and 5. He looks like he's probably just going to go for Beta again, since he didn't make anything else. Okay. Well, we'll give Wilbert. We'll evolve Wilbert. We swing over this. And then, yeah, I guess we're just going to kill this. The issue is I don't want to, like, leave him with anything in case he does something like bullshit. Okay, Flight of Icarus into Karula. Super evolves him. So this is the other annoyance, is that he is a 7 toughness. Which means if I go into Ether, this can come out as a 2-3. I can get up to a 6. But that won't clear this. That is the thing that sucks, because I can't leave this alone. I think we have to go Wilbert. I don't want to go Wilbert Super Evolve, but I think I have to. How big toughness will this get? This will get +2. 6... 7, 8, 9. Alright, no, this is fine. We go Ether.
Subscriptions.
Oh no, that was a mistake. That was a really big mistake. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was not paying attention to that. We have absolutely screwed this. In my head, I was like, if I go Wilbert... Yeah, I was like, if I go Wilbert, I can use Divine Guard on Wilbert. So I could go Wilbert, Super Evolve, Wilbert, attack over, then use Divine Guard, and that'll kill that. Then I did the math and went, well, Aether will have enough toughness to kill that anyway, so I could do it that way around. And I forgot that Wilbert costs 6, which is why that would have worked. But yeah, thank you for the subs, Steve. Do appreciate it. Thank you, Quicks. Sorry, it's just a really awkward turn for me there. I think we're just dead here. I mean, we weren't winning this game anyway. Look at how he's drawn. He went Alouette into Karula. Like, we weren't winning this game no matter what. But this is disgusting. Even if we had played that correctly, I think we were still screwed. Like, even Jean doesn't outlast because it's only 6 damage. I mean, we'll do what we can, but we're just dead, right? He just, like, next turn, he just plays, Thingy and we're dead. Because we can do this. We can do this. That kills that. Then he just pays 5, puts down Beta, and we lose. There's nothing we could do. Oh! See, this is one of those games where it just feels like my deck's underpowered. It just feels like the deck's underpowered. Like, how are we supposed to stop him? Tell him to scoop and give you the birthday win. I mean, we have no way to do that, unfortunately. Yeah. It feels like he drew immaculately, right? Like, he had turn 4 Alouette, turn 5 Alouette, turn 6 Karula, turn 7 Karula. And no matter what... Like, again, we did make a misplay, right? We could have dealt with his guy, which means technically we would have taken, like, 8 less damage. But we were already so far behind, I don't think it matters. I literally don't think it matters at all. I think we keep crushing. I mean, Salifa's good. Jean this early, unfortunately, is really bad. And we still don't have a Wilbur. And we're just going to take a chunk of damage. Oh, thank you, Lapis, for coming at the exact worst time. I really need to get to 5 mana. Which means I don't want to put him down. I really need a 2-drop now. Like, really need one. Okay. It's not the best 2-drop, but it's fine. This is fine. At the very least, he needs to commit something else to get rid of this. Alright, next turn we can put down Salifa. Which should let us stabilize. It's not aggro if he's playing Princess, but would you usually play Quick Blader if you weren't playing aggro? Like, this looks like aggro. At the very least, he's playing it like aggro. I think it's one of those things as well, where the deck can just, like, swap on a dime. It's like, haha, I'm aggro. Haha, now I'm not. Right, we have to stop this, so... Let's just clean this shit up right now before things get out of hand. We don't get to do anything with this, which is a bit of a shame. We also still aren't near our Wilbur, because we have to draw into it. We have 2 Jeans and a Lapis. This hand is so late game. Like, it's so painfully late game. Hound. He's evolving Hound just to get rid of this. The hope is he runs out of gas, but... If I know anything about sword players, it's they never run out of gas. Alright, so now he's going to get 3 of these. There's not really anything I can do about that. I think we're just going Ether here. Like, straight up. I think we need to just control this board, and Ether's the best way to do so. If this sticks, I'm in such a good spot, right? If we lose, like, just 1 or 2 of these... Ah, of course it's her. At least she shouldn't Super Evolve for free. Right, she is going to use a Super Evolve point. That's at least something. So that clears that for free. You get to clear some of this. Aha, Leah lives. Do I just Odin this just to get rid of it? Olivia isn't going to give me much value right now. Unless I super her. I don't really need to super right now. I think I'm just going to Odin to get rid of this. I get to keep this as well. This was basically just buy time to get to a Jean turn. Because now I can just Jean. Now, the big issue is, we still don't have Wilbur. So... Double Jean is going to be nuts against Sordo. Yeah, but if he keeps doing shit like Amelia... Like, he was running out of gas, and now he is straight back into it. And look, he just got all of this back as well. Which is, like, so nuts, bro. And then Amelia makes this entire ridiculous board he just pulled out of his ass. Now he's Jean-proof. So now we have to Vessel to deal with this. That's his last Super Evolve gone, but he could still get a free Super. We'll put Grimnir down. I still don't have Wilbur, which means my whole deck is kind of playing hamstrung at the moment. Albert comes down, who's going to wipe my guy. Is he going to evolve it, just the extra 4 damage? No, he's not. Okay. Olivia would have to go into a 5 to get max value. We don't have a 5. We could just go Aether. I don't hate Aether. We'll drop Leah. And then I'm just going to do this. Okay. That's the most annoying thing you could do. The chick, the rally... that was the most annoying thing she could have done. Because that is going to for free kill 3 of my board. And there's just nothing I can do about that. Oh, this card is so good! Gildaria is insane! And it's a 7 as well. And we still don't have Wilbur! If we drop Jean, we kind of want to evolve it. We could just go that plus that, because I would like to use these two as well, but... I also want to get Lapis on the board, but I need a turn where I'm not under constant threat to get Lapis onto the board. Right. Let's evolve this. Regular ass evolve, so we get to hold the super. That gets to live. We have an okay board here. Alright. How many has he used? He's already used 2 Gildaria. The 3rd Gildaria! Stop! You had 1 left! Oh, I hate you! I can deal with this board. I have to do this in such a shit way. Alright. Salifa. Salifa. Super Evolve Salifa, which means we're just not having Wilbert this entire game. We've healed ourselves up. We've dealt with his board. Oh, come on! Ah! You're late! We're out of supers, though, so... We're just dead, right? I have to put down Wilbert. I think I have to go Wilbert. Wilbert was just way too late. Even, to be fair, even if Wilbert came down early, I don't think it matters. I think his card quality is just too damn high. Watch him, like, drop Odin, just to, like, really put salt in the wound. Oh, of course you've just got Albert as well. So this is why Sword is busted, bro. Sword is so busted. Like, he had, like, no cards. He was running on empty the entire time, but every card he top decked was a banger, and then 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 a banger. And I'm just like, could I just get a turn where you don't put something on the board that is insanely powerful? Like, could I just get a turn where I'm not being faced down with something unbelievably overpowered? Hey, Cyclone, welcome, welcome. We needed 3rd gene. But that's the thing. I feel like if we need 3 genes to just be able to stand a chance, like, what the fuck does that say about our deck? And what does that say about his deck? Wilbert arrives precisely when he needs to. Deckless? We can show our Deckless after this game. That's fine. Oh, we got demoted there as well. Back down to Ruby. But again, I think this deck is just kind of weak. This is probably fine. I want to mulligan because I want to find Wilbert. At the same time, this is a really good early game curve against a deck that's probably going to go super aggro. So I think just getting like a turn 2 or turn 3 is going to be really important. He drew 3 of the fencing out. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We did draw 2 gene though. So like we did sort of counter that. No, there's Jean. Alright. Grimnir can come down. This is a card, by the way, I always forget about his crest. I always forget about his crest. Bah. How you doing, Cyclone? What do we want to do here? We have 4 to play with. We're probably just putting down Cleric, right?
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart.
Yeah, we'll put down Cleric. We'll walk over this. And we'll pass. Right. Right, Charon comes down. God, Charon is so good. He is going to evolve Charon just to get rid of that, and that will do 2 damage. Which is, like, fine. I could just wipe this board. He hasn't got the crest, which is something. Are we just going to deal with this, or do we let him keep the 2? Letting him keep the 2 is kind of scary. I could just use the play point and Unholy Vessel. Or I go this plus this. He could only hit over with 1. Alright, well, let's do this. We'll go Dose of Holiness. And we'll drop this down. I don't hate this play. Because he still, as is, can't out this very easily. Right now, he's getting the maximum of 2 damage in. If he puts a card down, he's got 6 play points. I don't actually know what the big turn 6 play is for this deck. I think usually it's the big zombie that spawns into more zombies. Okay, we're taking 4 damage here, so a bit more than I was hoping to take, but it's kind of whatever. And we're going to super evolve, or we're just going to evolve for an extra 2 damage. That's not Wilbur. Right. Let's get rid of all of that shit, shall we? Alright, so from now on, Jean is on the table. I could put it down from next turn onwards because I have the +1 play point. Charon comes down again. Are we going to super evolve to get the... Looks like we're not going to super evolve. I think we're probably playing Jean here, just because I need to get rid of this Charon. So we're just going to drop Jean. We'll just pass. We don't need to get silly with this. He's got 5 cards in hand. What I want is for him to run out of steam. Instead he plays Serb, who he's going to super evolve after running that one in to guarantee to get the extra... Wait, he's running both in. Okay, so he's not going to super evolve. Okay. All things considered, that's fine. That could have been a hell of a lot worse. Is he going to go... Has he got another Serb in hand, though? Is that why he was happy to make that play? If he just has another Serb in hand, this could be really sketch. Because that's a lot of burn damage. That could be... I mean, because he's lost both of the puppets, it's not the end of the world. What are we doing with this? Okay, we are going to go for all of these. I don't even know if this is a good use of this, to be honest. Yeah, but it's potentially 6 burn damage, right? He'll get a guaranteed 2, 1 from Super Evolve, and then it depends what he brings back with the effect. Because it'll be random, because he's got lots of 1s already gone. That's a Super Evolve gone. That's a 12. I have to be mindful that that is a 12. So we might have to Unholy Vessel this. That'd be 2. This gives me 2 play points back. So I would have 4. But I couldn't do that. So the line might just be Unholy Vessel pass, which I'm not thrilled about. You have the crest at AoE. That doesn't help me here, though. It's like if I super evolve, I still can't clear this. The AoE would only do 2 damage. I can't leave him with this. So I think I have to Vessel. Right. Lapis super evolve? How does Lapis super evolve help? Because the burn is at the end of the turn. So I can't, like, do that, burn them, and then swing over it. And even if I super evolve this, it would still only go up to 10, which means it still couldn't clear. Well, guess who's back? Back again. We could go for Jean. Or we ignore that. We can't ignore them. We just can't ignore them. I think the play is Jean here. I think I have to, once again, just deal with this. I could use Divine Guard. I kind of want to hold it. I actually think these super evolutions are just burning a hole in my pocket. So I'm going to do this, and this forces him to find a way to out this. Now, that might not be too difficult for him. We'll see. I want to keep Divine Guard in case I need to use it through something. Okay, that's fine. You're going to super evolve that. That'll give that a boost. It's another burn damage through, which I'm not too thrilled about. 10 is enough to clear the 12 because the AoE. Alright, this is going to be the big turn. I think I would really like to play this. I would really like to start healing, but I don't think I can afford to, which feels really bad. If I put this down, I would have effectively 5 mana left over. So I'd have to draw into exactly Salifa to gain value. So I think I have to put down Wilbur. We'll evolve Wilbur, like regular ass evolve. Walk him in here. And then do this. Okay. Like, Odin kills me, but Odin killed me anyway. Like, no matter what play I made, that Odin killed me. So that perfectly clears my entire board, which is actually so annoying. And this is now just an endless body of assholes. Alright, Cleric at least gives me something to work with here, so we're going to go Olivia. Alright, there's Salifa. We have to do this just to get rid of this Medusa. Medusa can't be left alone. Okay. Well, we're all out of evolves. Oh, don't play Olivia now! We're dead to snakes if we don't Olivia, yeah. That's the deal 2 damage one as well. This doesn't matter, which is quite nice. That's a really good top deck. So I play that, wipe all of that, and that's just lethal. Oh, bro, we just sacked with that top deck. That's the thing. Whenever I'm playing this deck, it feels like we are playing a game of... We're on a sinking ship, and we are running around, like, plugging holes, right? Like, a hole's appeared. Okay, plug the hole, plug the hole, plug the hole. Okay, another hole's opened up. Plug the hole, plug the hole. Another hole, plug the hole, plug the hole. Like, more and more leaks keep coming in. And our entire game plan is to plug the leaks as much as we can. We never get to, like, have a constructed ship that's just in working order. We never get to play the game we want to play. We're always reacting. We're always dealing with what the opponents are doing. If our opponent's playing an aggro deck, we're always just doing what we can to just not die. Try not to sink, try not to sink, try not to sink. And we very rarely get to, like, play our game. Which, like, is fine. We're playing a mid-range deck. We're playing a very reactive deck. That's very normal. But it's very stressful sometimes to play. We win. You have game with Odin anyways. I mean... Sam, okay, we won in the cooler way, right? You have to just let us have it, okay? You have to just let us have it. Deck list. Yeah, we'll show the deck list. So this is the deck that we're on. So this list was not my original creation. This was taken from one of the top Japanese players. I've been testing it out. The only thing I personally am thinking about changing is I would quite like the third Odin. So Lapis is really, really good, but Odin is so popular that it hard counters Lapis. So I've had some games where Lapis is, like, insanely good. The issue is, you have probably seen with the last few games, is sometimes it's really hard to find a time to get Lapis on the board. Like, you're kind of like, I need a turn where I'm not going to get punished for putting down a card that doesn't affect the board immediately. But, like, every single turn that we were playing in these games has been like, our opponent does something we have to answer. Our opponent does something that we have to answer. Our opponent does something that we have to answer. So we never get that, like, free turn where we can just spend 8 play points summoning a Lapis. Why are you not running the bunny girl who gets boosted when Taunt dies? So we were on that originally. But again, like I said, this list is not our list. This is a list taken from one of the best Japanese players who has done, I think, one of the best. This is the, like right now, he's like a Masters level Japanese player. We were playing that in our last build. I think it's okay. But to be fair, I don't think that card did a ton. You never really want to evolve it because you want to be evolving other cards. So its evolution doesn't matter a lot of the time. And it just felt like it wasn't, like, super high impact. Like, again, I've played with it and without it. Overall, I can say I could take it or leave it. I don't think it's necessary to the strategy. I don't think it's, like, going to make a massive difference between whether you win or lose. I do say, do we want to keep Divine Guard here? I need to get, like, some other cards here. So, Sanctuary's good. And we got Salifa. Okay, Salifa here is really nice. Isn't the 5-cost Haven card better than Odin? So I was also playing that in the old build. The main thing Odin does is it gives you a way to close games. So there are actually so many wins I've had on this deck are just Odin winning the game for me. It is actually kind of silly, like, how good Odin is. Sometimes I'll just put Odin down, get rid of, like, their one annoying card, super evolve at 7 damage to face, and you just win the game off that on its own. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's worse, because a lot of the time, I actually do really like the 5-drop. Because, especially when you can combine it with Olivia. You can go on turn 10, you drop Olivia, get the 2 play points back, put down him, super evolve both, you get to remove one of your opponent's things. And I think one thing this version of the deck really lacks is 5 drops to combo with Olivia. Like, right now, Salifa is, like, the best you're going to get. We're at 4. I don't really want to slam these down. I could just put Cleric down. That's not bad. I think I'm going to attack over that. That just adds a skeleton to hand, so that's fine. Maybe it was a bit greedy to hold off on these. I would really like them to get their bonus effect. Do I evolve Salifa here? I don't really want to. I think I am going to. Not because I need to, but because if I don't evolve it, it leaves him with options, right? He could evolve the skeleton, run over, get rid of me, and then keep his guy alive, and then build more of a board. Or he could put down like a ghost from hand, evolve that, clear, and get to attack me with both. I think there's just so many different things he could do with it. I think it's a little bit greedy to hold on to the evolve. Okay, so now this is like fine, right? Because now we just get rid of this easy peasy. We just do this. We do this. We slam over this. Okay, so now he can start playing 7 drops. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Oh, stop it! I hate my Wilbert getting Odin. It's so annoying. Okay. Do we just go Aether here? We'll drop this down because we're starting to run out of the 2 drops in the deck. He is running out of cards. I am going to super evolve this. This, again, everyone keeps saying this is the play you make. You just super evolve the Aether and things work out. So let's see if things work out. And this is exactly what happens every time Aether gets super evolved. The board gets ripped to pieces. Like, 7 is still a big ass number. The issue is he hasn't used any evolutions yet, like at all, and we're down to 1 super already. Which is so... We're in such a bad spot. He has only 5 cards in hand, which like theoretically is good for us, but we can't ignore this. We have to kill this turn. And I don't think we can kill this without evolving unless we want to just shoot it with a vessel, which might actually be the play. The play might just be swing direct, vessel. Like, this feels really bad. I don't think there's another line here outside of super evolving, and I don't want to super evolve here. Right. He's got this guy out who's just like an army. An army in a card. I think we just try and like stem this as much as we can. I think this is not gonna, this is only gonna summon 2 guys, I think. Oh, we did have a 3rd Charetta in there. Okay. I mean, this is fine. I don't think we need to use Divine Guard here, because these guys are just gonna sit around. I'm not gonna use my last Super Evolve to get the AoE. So I could have like full cleared if I used the Super Evolve, but I don't really want to. Fucking Medusa again, Jesus. Okay. God, Medusa is so good. I suppose it's really good into our deck. It's not necessarily really good into every deck. It's just really, really good against us exactly. He's used his first evolve on that. I mean, are we just gening? Like, we're not getting a lot of value off of these. I could Gene and then Dose. That gets rid of Medusa without using a Super Evolve. The alternative is that we Odin, and then we have to leave those 2. That feels really bad. If we don't want to evolve, I think it has to be Gene into... Oh, we can't... Yeah, Gene plus Dose. Or Gene plus... Well, it has to be Gene plus Divine. We can't do Gene plus Dose. Dose plus 3. Which means I also can't put down that, which feels bad. Alright, we're going to Gene. Oh, actually, that doesn't work how we need it to, unless I get lucky with this. Right, please give me the luck. Excellent. If we had missed that, we would have had to use the Super Evolve to clear it. Oh, never mind, that's going to clear me anyway. So we still take 4. He's got 6 left. Surely he puts something else on the board. He has nothing to put down. He's got the Super Evolve as well, so we can just pull 7 out of his butt. He's playing Odin, right? So at any point, he can drop Odin, get rid of my guy, boost it up by 3. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. So if at any point I am at... Right, so I'm going to go double Salifa. So now I'm out of Odin range. Do we double Salifa? I think we had to. I mean, double Salifa isn't a bad play, right? Like, this is still fine. He's already used, I think, 2 Medusas. Yeah, 2 Medusas. He's still got all of his evolves, though. That is the scariest part. He's gotten to this stage without evolving. And now he's drawing an ass ton of cards. So now he's going to hit us for 4. I think we have to Vessel here. Never mind, he's hitting us for a lot more than 4. Jean doesn't clear this. Well, we are dead to Odin no matter what. Like, Odin is just... We're just get gone. So... If he has Odin, we're dead. There's nothing we can do about it. So all we can do is play like he hasn't got Odin. No, that's death, right? Because now he just evolves this. Yeah, we're just dead. We're dead. Yeah, I don't think we could have done anything here. I think we just... I feel like we did pretty much everything correct and just lost. So it's like... It's another one of those games where it just feels like we're just... outmatched, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Again, I think it's just the Havencraft deck is just a bit underpowered, is ill. I think it doesn't have that many like really, really strong matchups. And I think that's just a little bit disappointing. So I really like this deck. I think it's really, really fun. And it's also like, because it's quite simple to play, you don't have to like melt your brain just trying to like work out what you want to do with each turn. Pray more. Well, that's the thing. If we just draw really, really well all the time, the deck like works okay. That's Warbird. That's quite nice. The issue is you don't always just draw immaculately every single game. Oh, there's Stormy Blast. Go, Cleric. Goes for homework time, passes, bang. I mean, it's just Leah swing. All the ding-dongs. All of the ding-dongs. Turn 4 Anne and Greya. Never seen this one before. Damn. Whoa, and the evolve on the Anne and Greya? That's crazy. I've never seen this before. This is like... This guy's breaking new ground with this play. That's insane. Guys, I have nothing in my hand I can play, so I guess we're just passing. Not ideal. Not ideal. I mean, Wilbert should be able to deal with this as long as he doesn't just put down like another Anne and Greya. If he goes turn 5 Anne and Greya after turn 4 Anne and Greya, okay, that's fine. Now I see what you mean by Wardhaven feels kind of weak. The thing is, the deck like does okay a lot of the time. It's just like when you're against like the stronger decks in the game, it just feels like you don't really have a winning matchup into any of them. Like, I feel like I have a losing matchup into Sword, I have a losing matchup into Abyss, I have a losing matchup into Rune. We do quite good into like most everything else. The issue is, like, everything else isn't a top tier deck. Well, I suppose Artifact as well, but we've only played one game against Artifact. Ah. Unholy Vessel would be just get rid of that. That's all the card would do. I'm going to put this down. I see no reason to super evolve here because I can't clear this anyway. And he's just going to Wrath the board anyway. So by doing this, what I'm doing is I'm basically saying you have to put down William, whatever his name is, the guy that AoEs. But I need him to use it, right? Okay, Demonic, cool. Is he going to go for... Because he could have... If he had Kuon, he could have done it last turn. There's William. Okay, yeah, William comes down. Again, there's nothing I can do about that. Like, William was always going to come down and hurt me. Did we just Gene? I think it's probably just Gene. I need these both gone. Where's our board? We don't get to keep a board. It's one of those things, I think people underestimate like the kind of game Shadowverse is, where Shadowverse basically is a game about wiping your opponent's board every single turn. Like that's kind of just what the game is, right? Wipe your opponent's board, they wipe your board, you wipe their board, and you just keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And that is kind of like what, or how the game works. Last words, summon it again. So if I get rid of this, it's just coming immediately straight back. So I have to kill it, but then I have to have something ready to deal with it when it comes back. And when it comes back, it'll be unsuper evolved, so we could super evolve it again and pop again. So we have to banish it with Odin, right? We just have to Odin. I don't think I have a choice. I think it's Odin or nothing. Oh, yeah, it's got Aura. Ah! Why doesn't Wilbur have Aura if this thing's allowed Aura? Need to kill her till he runs out of... Yeah, but that's easier said than done is the issue. Or... I would need... There's just nothing good to deal with this. We're going to drop this. We're going to super evolve. We can do this onto this. And swing over this. Alright, that was the play. We could have killed it one more time. We've got a pretty big board. Just ignore it. I mean, we couldn't have done anything that turn, right? The other issue is, by her having a constant guy on the board that's constantly going to keep threatening my board, that's kind of... It doesn't, like, directly counter what I'm trying to do, but, like, it really hurts it. She's immortal. I mean, she will die eventually, right? She just needs to run out of Earth rates. She'll come back twice more. Right, Kuon's coming down on turn 10. He makes it a 14-15. Super evolves that. I mean, I'm not dead. Take a lot of damage, though. Jean is so close to being unbelievably good here. I mean, it's still really good. I think we drop Jean, do all of that, and then that hits that. I think that's still the line. Oh, because that's going to still be there. Which means that won't necessarily hit that. We might have to swing at it. I still think that's probably the line, though. So I need this shit all dealt with. That's him out of supers. Okay, that worked. So if I hit this now, it will still come back. He can't super evolve it. Right. It would still come back either way, so I don't think trying to just get rid of a few more of his Earthrights works here. Maybe Super Gene. I don't think it would have mattered. Decline cock means we're probably just dead. On the plus side, so what does he need? If he has the set health to 1, burn for 6, we're dead. If he has 2 of the burn 6, we're dead. I guess just put down another one. I mean, as is, we can hit him for 8 in the face. And see, that is why Odin's really good. I mean, to be fair, he got a little bit unlucky, right? If he had better draws off of the cock into decline, we were absolutely cooked. Like, all he needed to do was put down 2 copies of the burn for 6, and we were just dead, right? Because it's 5 mana, so he just puts down 2 of them, we're just dead. But geez, that was a tight one. That was a very tight one. It's one of those things, I still really like this deck. I still want to keep playing this deck. I do recognize that it has a lot of weaknesses. But it's really fun. Like, it's really fun. Like, I really enjoy playing it. I think the issue isn't even that this deck is weak. It's that Sword and Abyss are overtuned to an extent that makes this deck feel a lot worse. Because I don't think it's quite as simple as, like... Because, like, this deck has a couple of weaknesses, right? If you don't find Wilbert, you're not really playing the game. Like, you're playing, like, such a weaker version of your deck. That's just one thing, though. Because even if you find Wilbert, you can still get absolutely bullied by Sword and Abyss. Right? So, like, Wilbert doesn't just fix all your problems, right? I think what we would want, probably, is a way to get this crest outside of Wilbert. So, like, for set 3, if you wanted to keep this deck a thing, I would give us, like, a 4-drop that also gives us this. Just, like, give us another 3 cards in the deck that allow us to turn this effect on. I feel like we stole that win. I mean, that is just Odin. Odin steals wins. That's what Odin does. Odin is so good at stealing wins. Like, unbelievably good at stealing wins. That's why this card is so busted. And again, like, so many decks are running this card. Like, I think almost every class is playing this at, like, master level. Like, maybe not, like, at 3 copies, not every single build, but, like, there are Swordcraft decks running Odin. There are Forestcraft decks running Odin. There are Dragoncraft decks running Odin. Like, just so many, so many. I even need Ward with Rush and a Ward with Storm. I get what you're saying. I do feel like, in a way, that kind of defeats the identity of what the Wardhaven deck is. But I get what you're saying. We need a way to react to things easier. We need a way that when our opponent puts down scary shit, we need to be able to slam a guy down and deal with scary shit, rather than hope they walk into our guy. Because our removal is quite lax, right? It's basically Divine Guard. And that's why some people have been playing the amulet-heavy version of the deck, which does put the birds in, which do have that storm, so you can, like, clear stuff, or you can go face. But, like, I don't know. It's a weird one. I think I'm still going to keep playing this deck. I think you have to just accept that when you're playing a not tier 1 deck, you're just not going to win as often. Because I think that's the big difference. When I was playing my artifact deck, my win rate on Portal was like 95%. We were winning all of the time on this deck. And we're playing Ward, and now our win rate's like 66%. Like, it has dropped so much by comparison, right? Like, to the point where we're struggling to get into Diamond while playing Ward. But Portal, we couldn't stop being in Diamond. We got stuck in Diamond when we didn't want to be in Diamond. The other thing is, I want to play Abyss, but the issue I have with Abyss is I just don't have so many of their cards. Like, I think we're missing just so many. Can we, like, filter this? Yeah, we have 2 Serb, we have 1 Medusa, we have 1 Argatev, we have 1 copy of the new one. We're just missing so much stuff. But, like, I really like Abyss because I like the deck mechanically. I like the whole, like, Graveyard Matters. I like bringing stuff back from the grave. I think that feels really cool. I really like Serb. I think Serb is an excellently designed card. Like, this card's just amazing. Embrace aggro Abyss. Abyss is cheap. Other than Ungravy, nothing is free. Is this game free to play? Alright, I'm going to give you the best breakdown I can. I will say, if you want to play 1, maybe 2 decks, and you are willing to do your quests every single day without missing days, and you don't mind having to wait like a week to finish your deck, this game is free to play friendly. If you're the kind of person that wants to have a deck ready to go day 1, it's completed, it's 100% tier 1 deck good to go, you're not getting that straight away on this game. That's just not happening. If you're also the kind of player that is not going to... that wants to play every single deck, again, this is not going to be free to play. It's really not going to be free to play. But I personally have spent effectively $2, £2, €2, whatever. It's close enough no matter which one I'm using on this game. I have a fully constructed Portal deck. I think I need 1 more Legend, which I have the gems to make. I just haven't done it. I have a full Ward deck. I have most of a Sword deck and not really enough of an Abyss deck. But, like, I've got almost 3 completed decks playing completely free to play. So, if you're willing to put the time in, you don't need to put in the money. That's kind of my take on it. I think a lot of people look at it and they see all the ways it's not free-to-play friendly, and then they miss out on all the stuff that, like, adds to it. Like, for example, you get so much currency for doing feats. Like, so much currency is just hidden in here. You get so much currency for doing, like, park missions. You get so much currency for doing the, like, invite a friend. Like, if you invite friends and they play, you just get so many, like, rewards. Just bonuses. Which is also just really nice. So that would be my take. That would be my take. The game is free-to-play friendly-ish. It's probably where I would leave it at. Alright, that, though, is... I was just seeing if there's anyone to raid, but it looks like there isn't. That is going to do it for today. I had a good birthday. Today was a fun day. We got to watch the Pokemon. We got to yap about Speed, about Rush, about the drama, about a few other bits and bobs. And we got to talk a little bit about Shadowverse, which I always really enjoy doing. I always enjoy a good yap about a card game. I also really enjoy playing the card game. Some of our games at the end there were really, really good. So I'm really happy with that. I think I'm looking forward to seeing over the next few weeks how Haven evolves. And if anyone, like, really comes up with anything new and spicy. Because I think that'd be really, really exciting. But thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye!